Alrighty, welcome to the live channel reviews. We'll give everyone a few minutes to come in, but if you are watching live, go ahead and drop a hashtag live down below. If you're watching the replay, drop a hashtag replay. Also, if you're someone who is watching the replay and you would like me to review your channel in the future, there is a forum down below. And on that form, you can fill out your name, you can fill out your email and what your channel link is. And I plan to do these at least like twice a month from here on. Eventually, I do want to do them maybe every week. Eventually, I want to make it paid too. So everyone, I do have a bunch of names already picked out right here. Hi, Dean, I see you in the chat. I already have a bunch of names picked out right here. So if you would like me to review yours, let me know because I do have some extra paper slips and I'm more than happy to add you in. But this is how it's going to be done. I'm going to draw a name at random. And if people come in late, I'll keep asking people, if anyone wants me to add them in, then let me know. But before we dive into the reviews, I always like to open up with a quick presentation so that all of you have a good sense about what these channel reviews are all about. So let me share my screen. Alrighty, still getting used to StreamYard, entire screen. Share, okay. So I can't see the chat right now, but I'm looking right now on my phone. So I want to make sure that this is displaying all right. So there's like a 10-second delay with the phone. Okay, we're good. Okay, so welcome everyone to the live channel reviews. So just an overview of how this will work. Like I said, I already have a bunch of names handpicked, which I will review. If you're watching the replay again, then you can fill out a form below. Or if you're tuning in live, then I can add your name to the bowl. So leave a comment if you want me to do that. But just as a clarification, I am specifically reviewing channels that are focused on brand awareness and sales, or even channels who are heading in that direction. And in order for me to review your channel, you have to have at least 5 videos posted, because if there's not content on your channel, then there's not much for me to review. Your YouTube channel is like a content library. And so in order for me to assess it properly, I need to see some videos on your channel. I do have didn't know this. So I do have a fan base apparently of younger boys. And so if you're a younger boy watching this, I will not be reviewing your video game channel. Unfortunately, that is not my main area of expertise. And so I do encourage you to check out another YouTuber who specifically reviews video game channels. So even if I'm not reviewing your channel, still pay attention, because you can still pick up a lot of insights just by listening to the critique that I give others. If you're someone who hasn't started a YouTube channel, then this will give you inspiration, and also you will know what makes for a good YouTube channel. And so towards the end of this presentation, I am going to tell you more about how I can help you beyond just these channel reviews. I do have my Clarity to Cash program. This is best suited for beginners, and I walk you through the exact steps that I took to build a thriving 6-figure business around my channel. And you can do that too, regardless of its size, believe it or not. And I outline that in my 5-step playbook. It's all about basically turning viewers into buyers of what you're selling. But don't think of it like selling. Think of it like offering your additional help. So extra tools, extra resources that either you create or someone else creates. So obviously I made these 2 programs. That's a product that I create. And you could do that too. Maybe you can create a course. Maybe you can create a membership or offer consulting or coaching. But it can also be other products that you refer. Even this morning, I got an affiliate commission from a TubeBuddy, because in my videos, I talk about TubeBuddy. And random people just watch my videos and they sign up for TubeBuddy with my affiliate link. And it wasn't that much this morning. It was like 26 bucks. But hey, I mean, it was something. It was something. So it's cool how your old videos can bring in income. So that's what I walk you through in the Clarity to Cash program. That comes with training videos, optional Feedback Friday, which I highly recommend, because that's when I can coach you along the way every week on Friday, which is actually today. But yeah, I'll send you like an in-depth feedback audio recording. So it's actually me talking to you, me coaching you along the way. So there's a link to that down below. And this other program I have, the YouTube Business Accelerator, this is best suited for established content entrepreneurs. So these are people who've posted content before, maybe they've gotten some sales, and you're at that point where you're ready to get to that next level. So you want to maximize the sales of your courses, coaching, and memberships by optimizing your web pages and your YouTube content. And if that's something that you see yourself doing in the future, offering things, having a website, then definitely tune in today, because there's a number of channels which I'll be reviewing which have a website. And so I'm going to be pointing out the good elements of those websites and things that can be added to optimize the site so that you get the most amount of sales. So that comes with group coaching and also optional one-on-one support, and you can apply for that down below. So let's transition into the channel reviews. So to start, let's begin with an analogy. So I want you to think of your YouTube channel like a house. So when people first visit your house, they're going to gain an instant first impression, and then they're going to decide whether or not they want to stick around, keep revisiting, and to invite their friends. And they will if your messaging and branding is clear and appealing. They understand what problem you solve and for who. They receive value from your content, and they get to know, like, and trust you as an expert in something. A lot of people aren't clear about what their expertise is. When I was reviewing channels, when was it, 2 or 3 weeks ago, I was looking at some channels and I didn't immediately know what this person was the expert in. So you really need to communicate what problem you're solving and for who. And so your house will serve as your foundation and ensure that your audience understands your channels and your business's purpose. So that's what I will be assessing today. And there's a few main elements which I will analyze in these channel reviews. So I'm not going to be sitting here and like watching YouTube videos, because that could take a while. If I watched everyone's YouTube videos on their channels, we could be here for like 5 hours. But these are like the main things I'll be reviewing. So I'll be reviewing your niche and your content pillars. So I think of the niche as like the very foundation of a YouTube channel. And this is what I mean. If you're not clear on your niche, then people aren't going to come back to your channel. If one day you're posting about working out and the next day you're posting about, I don't know, like traveling, and the next day you're posting about something else really random, video games, you're going to confuse your audience and you're really going to water down your message, and it's going to be really hard to establish an audience. I one time had a girl come to me, it was at a networking event, and she was like, how can I merge together fashion and real estate on my YouTube channel? And I was like, those are two things that really can't be merged on one channel, because the real estate is going to attract one type of person. If they hit subscribe and the next day you're posting makeup tutorials, they're going to be like, whoa, I thought she was posting about real estate, unsubscribe. And plus, like, if men subscribe to the real estate channel, some men are into makeup, but most aren't. And so they definitely unsubscribe. So that's one thing I'll be assessing. And then also the banner. And again, like, think of a banner on a house. If a banner had a house, it should tell you exactly what it's all about and like who owns the house, having a picture of you there. Also, it's good to have like a tagline, call to action. We'll talk more about that. Thumbnails, I think of thumbnails like photos on the wall, like art pieces. So there's a science and an art to good thumbnails, and we'll talk about that. But generally speaking, you want to have a close-up of your face. Or if you're like, if you're reviewing something or you're talking about like a particular thing, like let's say you're reviewing a book, hypothetically, then you want that book to be displayed. And also you want to have like text on there that's easy to read. So like, notice how like these thumbnails right now on your screen are very small. Most people look at thumbnails on a mobile device. And so you want it to be like very clear, very easy to read. Little text can be read easily. So thumbnails, profile photo. I put a little statue here with the profile photo. Profile photos are really important because, again, it's like someone's first impression of you. So you want to have like a close-up of your face. You don't want to be too far, because when you're too far, like I am right now, then it feels like you're distant and people want to like see the face. I know that some people have like a faceless YouTube channel, and if that's the case for you, then like it's okay as well to have like a logo. But if you're in the videos, it's better to show your face so that people will immediately know the face behind the brand. And so you want like a well-lit photo, you know, no harsh shadows on your face. And generally it's good to be like smiling a bit. Here I'm like smirking a little bit, but it's good to like have like a friendly expression on your face. Trailer, that's the pinned video. I think of the trailer of like you standing at the front door of your house, greeting people and giving them a first impression. Now there's different approaches with trailers. You could have like a traditional trailer where you're like, hey everyone, like this is what my channel is about. This is what you can expect. I definitely do encourage that, but you can also be strategic with your trailer, and you can pin your most recent video so that your audience can view it. So we could talk more about that later on, but on YouTube, there's two options. You can choose a trailer for your returning subscribers and a trailer for your new subscribers. So I know for me, like my trailer is different last time I checked for new versus returning subscribers. And then lastly, we're going to talk about your channel's description, your channel's links. Links are important. So this is what links it from being a YouTube channel to a business. So I'm going to be assessing some websites, some links in the bio, also the channel URL as well. That's something that you can customize as well. I'll look at that. Watermark is like the little, I don't know if the live stream shows it. I don't think it does, but like for pre-recorded content, it'll show like a little watermark on the video. And so that could just be your logo. It could be the subscribe button and then any channel tags. So let's see who's going to go first. Let's see. Let me close this tab for now. How do I stop sharing my screen? Stop sharing. Okay, let's see. So, okay, let me just, okay, give me 1 second. Okay, who wants me to review theirs? It does show. Oh, it does show. Okay, good, Sally. Sally, I have you in here. I see David in here. I see Dulce. Do either of you two want me to review yours? Just waiting for you to. Okay, if you do, let me know. You can put it in the comments and I'll come back to it. But the first person who we have is Sid Chawla. Sid Chawla. So I'm going to pull up Sid's channel while I do funny story. Sid and I have been in communication for like 2 weeks. And I love the name Sid. But growing up, there's this annoying show called Sid the Science Kid. Ever since I started talking to Sid, the annoying song in that TV show just has been stuck in my head. Literally this morning, I'm like, Sid the Science Kid, Sid the Science Kid. And I'm like, oh my God. So it's a little funny story with Sid. Yeah, Dean, I have you in the bolding. So I'm going to eventually draw you. But first, we're going to do Sid. So let me share my screen. We're all going to look at Sid's channel. All right. So here we have Sid. Let me make sure that all of you can see that. So Sid, I will say that so far you have a very solid channel. Looking at this, like this looks really great. I love your banner, especially here. Let me zoom in a little bit so that you can see it better if anyone's watching on the cell phone. Sid, you have a really solid like banner right here. I love your branding. Very nice photo of you. Really good profile photo. Everyone watching, this is a great example of a profile photo. So look at his face is very well lit. He's smiling. His head isn't cut off. And like the camera is eye level. So sometimes in profile photos, I see people like looking up at the camera or looking down, but you don't want to do that. You want to take a photo where the camera is like directly at eye level. So really great job with that, Sid. Same thing for this. These are really good photos. So everyone, you could even consider taking some brand photos for your YouTube channel. I know I plan to hire someone soon to take like really nice photos. I'm guessing, Sid, that you hired someone for this. This looks really like spot on. So I'm looking at this, SC, Sid Chawla, lifestyle, grooming, and productivity. So this is good, Sid, because this really like speaks masculinity. Even the vibe of this is like very masculine, but like, what's the word? Like a healthy masculine. You know what I mean? I don't know how else to put it, but like this looks like really professional, really spot on. You see, you talk about grooming too. So one thing I will recommend, Sid, is like, this is something I do. I don't know if other people do this, but when I look at a YouTube channel, like I'll read the banner and like here you put videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And when I look over here, I see that you haven't posted 3 times this past week. So that's something I do in my brain. I'm like, does this YouTuber actually post as often as they say? And I see here that you don't. Maybe you're just going through like a phase right now. Sometimes everyone, we don't have to be perfect when it comes to posting content and posting consistently. Like even myself, like there's been like 2 weeks during the holidays where it was really hard for me to post content, and that's fine. But I would adjust this. You can even put like videos every week, something like that, or videos like every month, something like that, so that people get like an accurate idea of how often you post. See, join thousands of weekly readers. This is nice, Sid, but I can't read this. Sid Chawla. So especially on the mobile phone, this is going to be really hard for me to read. Even right now, I'm like squinting at sidchawla.com. And the thing is, probably not many people are going to click on this. So you could even put on here link in bio, because I see here that you have that link in your bio. That's a good call to action as well. And I would make it like bigger and bolder, link in bio, so that people know where to access the newsletter. Because I don't know about everyone else, but like if I see a link that's not clickable, like I don't ever type it in. It has to be a really good offer for me to like want to type it in. But like, I'm not saying this isn't a good offer, but like something like this, link in bio, it's just more like effective to bridge the gap between someone reading this and someone actually clicking. So there's my advice for that. Here, let's look at the channel description. Obsessed with lifestyle optimization and personal growth, sharing the insights I discover. I think this tagline can be strengthened. So Sid, how can we position you as the guide? In other words, How can you communicate to your audience that you are there to help them solve their problems? So a good framework for that is, I help person solve this problem or gain this value. So something like, I think you're mainly focused on young men from what I'm seeing and from what you told me, but you could say something like, you could still use the word obsessed, but maybe something like, obsessed with helping young men optimize their lifestyle and grow personally. I know you mentioned grooming in there as well. Grooming. Let's see, do you have any videos about grooming? I see a lot of personal development. Old money. Wow, let's see. Maybe I'm just not seeing it. I saw earlier that you had some type of like, okay, so you do. You have like things on there for like, is there like another word for that? Like I know females use the word like self-care a lot. I'm just curious, is there a word for men like grooming or grooming? I guess grooming would be the word. Just trying to think. But maybe you can add that into your tagline is what I'm saying. So I would really recommend strengthening this tagline, because everyone listening, like what you put here, like the YouTube description, like the first sentence will usually display both on mobile and on desktop. So you want to clearly convey what problem you're solving and for who. And then Sid, I would also just add in some more stuff, like tell everyone like more about who Sid is, what he's doing. You can look at my channel as an example if you want. Here, let's look at mine. Again, I'm just showing this as an example for all of you. Let's see, view your channel. So here, let me try to zoom in. Sorry, it's like not letting me zoom in. There we go. So here I help maximize sales of your courses, coaching, and memberships with my 5-step YouTube playbook. Double your lead flow in 30 days without paid ads. Do you see how clear that is? And then I also like tell them a bit about me, what I do, what I've achieved, who I've worked with, TEDx and Tony Robbins. And then I have a call to action in there. Sid, I recommend the call to action. And something else I recommend, Sid, and this goes for everyone else listening, because I reviewed channels in the past where you're not fully bridging the gap between someone being a viewer and someone being a buyer or a client. And so what I would recommend, Sid, is I would add your other links. You have way more value than just a newsletter. So everyone, check out Sid here. Let's go to his website. So he does have a newsletter. Let me go back. He does have a newsletter, which is great. But Sid, what about your other stuff? I know you have, let's see what we got here. Wow, look at this. This speaks professionalism. This is a great back video. Really good job with that, Sid. This looks great. Wow, we have credibility here. Everyone, by the way, as I'm doing this, I'm also going to be critiquing websites. Oh, wow, that tea is very hot. Sorry. Anyway, so he has his credentials, which is great. Wow, 5 books. See, Sid, people would have had to click a lot of buttons to get to this page. I don't see this on your banner. You have 5 books. I would really recommend putting a picture of one of your books here on the banner. You can even get book sales with this YouTube channel. You can get book sales. Look at that. Spark your inner genius. This reminds me of a Joe Dispenza book. Look at that. Want to close the gap? What is this? You have a course. Oh, wow. Look at, you have an ebook. You have articles. You have books, like book recommendations. That's really good, Sid. So what you can do is, and this is what I do for mine. I'm just showing this as an example for you, just to give you some inspiration. Because when someone comes to my website, I have a clear menu here of what I offer. And it's clean, it's organized, it's to the point, basically. And so but if you look at here, check this out. If you look at my about section, I have all my links here. Why? Because people come to my channel looking for particular links. So some people will remember, oh, I remember one time in Ari's video, she had a 30-day Kajabi link. Let me go check that out. Oh, let me check out her banner template. Let me check out her Clarity to Cash program. So this just keeps it organized. But let's say, Sid, in one of your YouTube videos, you mention your course. Someone's going to easily give up trying to find it because they click here and they're like, okay, where's the course? That's not it. That's the newsletter. And let me just try to find it later. And then later becomes never for a lot of people. So what I recommend is, your website looks beautiful, but I would just put direct links here. Let's go back to this. This is a good website, Sid. I would recommend adding a video. Video on a website increases conversions by over 80%, 70 or 80%, I forget. But I would have a video here explaining like who you are, what problem you solve and for who, and what you're offering. So mention your book, mention your course. Let's check this out. Discover how to effortlessly become 10x happier, confident, and successful. My brain had a disconnect here. I would put this all on one line. So I would click enter right here before the 10x. Yeah, my brain had to discover how to effortlessly become. I would change this to easily. I don't know, effortlessly. You could keep it that way. This is a long word. Discover how to effortlessly become 10x. I think easier is more of a popular word that people resonate with. Maybe that's just my opinion here. Again, you want to have video on this page. A lot of text on here. So if I didn't know you said and I was going through the site, I would probably like breeze through this really fast. So text like this doesn't do that well on a web page. What does better, and again, I'm just showing mine as an example. Like, notice how I have like easy consumable breakdowns of everything. You see how everything is very consumable, very broken down, very easy to read. No big walls of text. This is just the about me, but it's all like broken down like very easily. This to me said this is especially on a mobile cell phone, this is going to be a lot of text. And so a lot of people are just going to scroll through this. This looks nice. That's a good image. Let's see what we got. Breakthrough habits, increase productivity. Interesting. Just going through this. Everyone, this is a good website to model. I gave Sid some critiques, but overall, this is a really solid website. On free 60-minute mindset. Okay, so I'm guessing this comes with the site. Okay, good. You have some testimonials. Nice. You have that. Okay, discover the success formula. Overall, yeah, this is a really solid site. I'm assuming this button leads to the checkout page. Okay, I see. Oh, nice. Okay, so you have that all set up. I just think, Sid, in order to get more sales with this page as it is can get sales, but I just think you need to bridge the gap between your content and this. I watched a couple of your videos in the past, and maybe you've done this, but I watched that video and then one other, I don't know where the little red bar is, but I think you could just have more calls to actions to your course, because from what I remember, I watched this 21-minute video and there were no like calls to actions, even to your newsletter from my memory. Maybe I'm wrong on that. I watched it like 2 weeks ago. But that's what needs to happen, Sid, to get more sales with this. When I first started on YouTube, I had a YouTube short, which had like, how much did it have? I had a YouTube short with like less than 200 views, and someone bought one of my courses. Someone paid for a course. So that was a $97 course, and it came with a free call. I see yours comes with a call as well. And someone ended up buying a $3,000 package. But it's because I was talking about my offers. That's what bridged the gap. So everyone just talking about it, and you don't have to do it in like a really salesy way. Just think of it like you're inviting someone to it. But overall, like I could go deeper on the website, but just for the sake of time, I'm gonna continue on here. Let's look at your content. So here, this video will save you 10 years of your life. So these are good topics. So I actually like worked with quite a few people like who focus on like younger men in the self-improvement niche. And these are definitely topics that they're drawn to, like, you know, old money. You really focus on like fragrance and like grooming, which is good. Procrastination is a good keyword. That's a good one. The second rule. Yeah, these are all really good. I think you could just have like a more consistent brand look, because I'm looking at your thumbnails right now and they're great. But like, you see how the style is different in your banner and in your website? I really like the vibe of your website. Something about it. I really like this. I would try to maintain this look throughout your videos. And some of them like this are fine. This is more of I call it a raw video. Like this thumbnail is more raw. This one's totally fine. But like scrolling down, like some of these, like this one, like let's say Sid that I watched these 2 videos. And I like you. I'm like, wow, Sid is great. I want to keep watching his videos. And then like 2 weeks later, you post these videos. I don't know that this is one of yours because there's no like consistent look to it. And also I don't see your face in it. I know sometimes we're reluctant to put our face in thumbnails if like our audience isn't where we want to be at because we think, oh, like no one's even going to recognize me. But it starts to have an effect because even if you post a video, you only get 5 views. Everyone, don't forget, the views that you're getting are people. 400 people, picture a room of 400 people watched this video. When you post another one, they're looking for your face again because they liked you. And so I would recommend like everyone watching to always have your face in here. These are good, but like again, like have your face, have a consistent brand look, try to stick to consistent text, consistent colors, and then people will like, that's how you increase your click-through rate as well. Because YouTube will show your videos to your current audience. And if your current audience has a good click-through rate, then it'll continue to recommend it to a wider audience. So it always starts with the audience that you already have. Even if you're listening and you have 10 subscribers, it still starts with them. So it's still important. But there's actually a feature on YouTube when you're uploading your video down towards the bottom, you can uncheck a box. Little side note, this is for everyone, this isn't for Sid, but there's a box at the bottom that you can uncheck. And it won't show your video to your current audience. So let's say you're posting a video, because I've worked with some people where they want to completely change their niche, or they want to change the type of person who they're attracting, but they already have an established audience. You can uncheck that box and it won't show your video to your current audience. So let's say your current audience is like, hypothetically, is young men, but later on you want to focus on older men, and you post a video for older men, then it doesn't have to show it to your current audience, and you can actually improve your click-through rate. So yeah, but Sid, you have good content. Everyone, if you're watching, go ahead and subscribe to Sid. He's close to 900 subscribers. So I will say, Sid, you have really good editing. You have a really good, look at this, everyone. This is an example of like a good like setup. Sid looks like he's in his house. He has good lighting. I like that purple light right there, but like, I don't know. It's very like, I feel like I'm like, when I watched this video, I felt like I was like sitting like in your house with you. You know, we were sitting on a couch drinking some tea. So it was really, it's a really nice viewer experience. So good job, Sid. Good job. I don't know if you're here live. Do we have Sid here? No, he's probably going to watch the replay. Sid, when you watch the replay, let me know your thoughts on this, or if you have any follow-up questions. Alrighty. Okay, let me look at the comments here. All right, if anyone wants me to add them to the bowl, let me know, but I'm about to draw the next name. Next, we have Myron Lee. Myron Lee, is Myron here? It's funny, he's in a similar niche as Sid. The two of you could be really good friends. You both focus on personal development for younger men. And it's good, everyone, to like, don't think of these people like competitors. Think of them like collaborators. These are people who you can work with. And there's a little side note, everyone, like if you see other people in your niche and immediately you feel like jealous or like they're doing something better than you, you're not enough, I really want you to like reassess and change your perspective on that. Because again, see it as people who you could collaborate with. And if someone's doing well, see it as a good sign. See it as a good sign that you as well can succeed. Because even if you watch their content, a lot of people like, you know, they're no smarter than you, but they're able to succeed with this. So it's really nice to like see that and get inspiration from them. And honestly, I think we live in a very abundant world. Some people think, oh, the creator economy is too saturated, blah, blah, blah. Yes, there's a lot of people trying to do it. However, I firmly believe that like so many people could be successful like in this space. Because like think of it back in the day, like olden days, people were trading. You know, I'd trade you my grapes, you would trade, you know, your watermelons for someone else's bananas. Everybody was trading. So why can't it be like that in the creator economy? Maybe you buy my course, I buy someone else's course, and it's like all healthy. Everyone's investing in each other's products and services. So when you say current audience, do you mean subscribers? Yes, Dean. So when I say audience, I'm referring to people who watch your content. Some people can watch your content, but they're not subscribed to you, but they're still part of your audience. I remember like there's some people who like their content I watch, but I'm not subscribed to their channel, but it'll recommend me their videos on my homepage. And so I'm still part of their audience. So basically it's people who watch your videos, they tune into you and what you post. Great question. Great question. Alrighty, so Myron, let me know if you're here, Myron. I'm gonna pull up your channel, and when I pull this up and share my screen, I encourage all of you to check out Myron. By the way, everyone, weather here in San Diego is crazy. It's super hot. My AC isn't working. I'm a little bit sweaty right now, but my apartment leaks as well when it rains. So hopefully there's not a big puddle of water eventually. So there is, the show will go on. I'll just stand here and in a puddle. So, okay, here we have Myron. So everyone go check out Myron. You can subscribe to him. So again, everyone, a YouTube channel is like a house. You get an instant first impression. Myron, I think you know what I'm about to say. When I look at your channel, my first impression is like, honestly, you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of like, this banner reminds me of like those content creators who travel and who like, you know, carry drones with them and they film and they post like lifestyle videos. That's what this reminds me of. This reminds me of like Bali. And so Myron, that's not what you do. You're focused on personal development for young men. And so when I'm talking to everyone right now, like your banner should communicate what problem you solve and for who. And I would recommend, Myron, that you put a photo of yourself on the banner. And everyone listening, if you want a banner template, go to my website, twopreneurship.com, click on freebies, and then scroll down to YouTube banner template. There's also a YouTube video that goes with that, which shows you how to use it. But Myron, you can use that to like properly fit the banner, because YouTube's kind of weird when it comes to like making the image and making sure it fits properly. So I recommend that. And then also, Myron, I would recommend changing your profile photo. Everyone, remember when I was mentioning Sid's? Sid had a really good profile photo, and like the camera was at eye level. It was very well lit. But here, Myron, you're looking down at the camera, and also like there's like no like light on your face. Also, it looks like we have something here in the background. It'd be better if this was like a cleaner background, because this kind of blends in with your hair. You know what I mean? If I like squint, it's all like a black blob kind of. So it's important because on mobile, this is going to look so tiny. And so we want people to like clearly see who it is. So I would recommend like a better photo, and I'm more than happy to review that once you create that. But those are my recommendations for the banner and the profile photo. They're super important, Myron, because I know you're posting shorts as well. So sometimes when people watch shorts, there's a little icon at the bottom where people can click on your channel. And this is going to be the first impression that they see. This literally will determine whether someone subscribes or not. If they know it right away what you do, they're going to want to come back, hit that subscribe button. I thought I was subscribed to you. My bad. I think I am. I have like 5 YouTube accounts, so I think I am on another account. Let's see what else we have. Here, let's check out this. So here you have a free diet plan. This isn't the most attractive link, but I mean, it still works. So let's check out what we got here. So everyone listening, it's good to have a free offer in your YouTube videos to start collecting emails. Even if you eventually want to treat your channel like a business, but you're not at that point yet, then I would recommend like at least having a free offer where you can capture emails, because just by having emails, then you have a way to contact people. Let me look at Sally's comment. Same photo with Canva brighters, or same photo with Canva brighters. Not exactly sure what you mean, Sally. I'm trying to look at this on my phone. You can rephrase that question if you want, Sally, in the comments. But anyway, this is great, Myron. So here you have get Myron's diet plan now. The exact diet plan I'd go back and start on. Where should I send it? I think we could be more clear with this, Myron. So it's been a while since I looked at your diet plan, but maybe we can give it a name. Like maybe like, what did you put on here? Like, what are people going to get with this diet plan? You know, like, are they going to feel better? Are they going to get a better physique? In how many days? In how many weeks? Like, what is the structure of the diet plan? Is it like a day-by-day diet plan, a week-by-week? And maybe it could be something like, I'm just throwing something out there. It could be something like, look as good as you feel in 30 days with my step-by-step diet plan. Something like that. Something more like exact. Get Myron's diet plan now. We could be like more specific with like the communication here. So that's good. So if you're watching and you're in the health niche, before and after pictures do really well. So this right here is great. So you're collecting emails, that's good. Myron, I also know that you're working on a course. I would recommend putting your link here on YouTube so that it's listed. And you could even put on here, like, check out my course. Let's see what you got in the description. Navigate to link section below. Okay. I will share ways to adopt a bulletproof mindset and lifestyle with an overall focus on self-improvement for lads like yourself. That's a fun word. For lads like I remember when I first heard the word lads, I was like, wait, what is that exactly? Is that a male? Just know, Myron, sometimes this word isn't always used in America. Some people don't know what that means. You can even just put for young men like yourself. I think that would do better. Lads. If any Americans are here, tell me if you agree. Lads. That means gym, fighting, diet, girls, money, brotherhood, and more. Good, I like that. Yeah, Myron, I would definitely add a call to action to your course on here, just to like get some interest on there. And if you haven't already, I would start talking about that in your videos. Also, I know, I noticed in some of your videos, like your most popular ones focus on Instagram. Maybe you could even put your Instagram link on here. And also for everyone listening, when I recommend creating like a free resource and also a paid one, you can also offer those like not just on YouTube, but on other platforms. So I do mainly focus on YouTube, but like Myron, like if you're not already, like you can offer your free diet plan on Instagram. You can even like offer your course on Instagram. So that goes for everyone. I just really like YouTube because usually people are more invested in the content. And I found that like people tend to buy more, especially like if you go live. Have you gone live, Myron? I don't think you have. Myron and everyone listening, you should consider going live. You should really consider it because I know for me, like I've done really well like with making my offers and lives. And then also like some clients of mine, like one of them, like she did like readings, like psychic readings, and those did really well. And also Q&As. If you're in a niche where you're not sure like what you can offer, like if there's nothing you could review like I'm doing right now, you could just do a simple Q&A just to engage with your audience. It's like a whole like extra level of like connection. So that's something you can consider for this. Let's see what else we have here. Let me go over here. So your homepage is good, but I think it could be better. So right now you have listed your shorts and then your videos. So when I mentioned when I was mentioning in the beginning, like how your YouTube channel is like a house, your niche is a foundation, and you also have like different content pillars or subcategories that you talk about. And I think for you, Myron, from what I'm seeing, the categories are self-improvement, dieting, and then also working out because you have like videos like this. So I would recommend like you make playlists and you put your videos within those playlists and you display them on your homepage. That way, like when people come across this, they have like a nice menu. If you want, you can look at mine as an example. Like if you come to my homepage, you can see like my videos, my shorts, but notice how like my playlists are like organized this way. So when people come here, it's like, oh, wow, there's a whole library here of content for me to digest. I would recommend that for you too, Myron, because right now it doesn't look like you have as much content as you do. So even that one little shift can be really impactful. I think one of these for your profile photo could do really good, by the way. I'm noticing that your branding is kind of shifting over to that. These look really cool. I don't know how you did that. You probably used it. I don't know which AI software you used. That looks really spot on. So let's look at your content. So let's look at these topics. Okay. So I haven't watched any of your videos. Let's see what we got here. Okay, good. So you have your free diet plan here. So everyone listening, it's good in your videos to have a call to action and then also have a link down below that works. It sounds like really simple advice, but I've seen so many channels where they try to put links down below and it doesn't like actually like work. It's not clickable. So Myron, you're doing a really good job. Myron, you have a really good like description here. So everyone listening, notice how Myron has like keywords towards the beginning. He has a link for what he's offering. He has some hashtags, and then he also included keywords here. This is a great setup. One thing I will say, Myron, is I recommend pinning a comment. So I would copy this right here, leave a comment on your video, and then pin it. Sometimes I forget to do it too, but it's just a good practice. It's a good habit to fall into because think about it. The people in the comment section are very engaged. They're very engaged with you. And if they see that pinned, then they're more likely to click on it. And then also, I'm sure you're planning to do this anyway, but everyone listening, it's good to respond to comments. I know that sounds like simple advice, but responding to comments is like really good for the algorithm. There's certain comments that I don't respond to. Like if it's a negative comment, I just like leave it, and usually one of my audience members will like chime in and talk. So I don't respond to negative comments or comments that are just like, I don't know, like, I don't want to say mindless, but like they're not like super engaged. But overall, it's good to like hit that like button, Myron, and also respond to these comments because it's really good for the algorithm. Because right now you have 4 comments, but just by responding to all of these, you can double your comments. It'll count it as 8. And the algorithm's going to see that and it's going to like it because everything that you do, everyone, like counts as engagement. So if I like these comments, this is boosting Myron's engagement. If I like this, if I hit the subscribe button with the notification bell, it's all good for the algorithm. It counts it towards engagement. So it's a good practice, everyone, when you are posting content to engage back with your audience. And actually, I've gotten a lot of sales just by engaging in comments. So I won't even intend to sell. Like I'll just engage in conversation and I'll give value. And honestly, it reaches a point where people ask me, oh, do you have a course? Oh, do you have anything for free? Things like that. So a lot of it started in the comment section. So it's really good to like engage with them and ask quality open-ended questions so that they respond back. I feel like my computer is super dark. I think I could change this. Hold on. I don't know. Okay, that's so much better. Sorry, my apartment got super bright, so the screen appeared darker to me. But overall, this looks really good, Myron. I like the new branding style a lot. Your videos do really well. I noticed that like the keywords self-improvement does really well. So everyone, let's say you post a video and it does really well. Like this video for Myron did super well. The 8, let me zoom in, 8 manly habits to increase your masculinity, what no one tells you. So this is a really great title. I want to point out some things for the people listening. So with this title, notice how Myron has a number, 8 manly habits. That 8 could be the difference between this getting 2.3 thousand views and 230. They've actually done split tests where they'll have something like this and they'll just take out the number. So if Myron titled this manly habits to increase your masculinity with no number, then like the brain doesn't, if it can't quantify it, it won't like, it's not as likely to click on it. So numbers really help people because like when they watch it, it's like, okay, there's 8 habits, and it actually increases the odds that they'll watch from beginning to end because they want like that complete, like, you know, the complete information. So this is a great title because you have like a number, you have keywords like masculinity. That's the keyword that did well, by the way, masculinity. And then he has this part right here. So this isn't search-based. No one's typing into YouTube what no one tells you. However, it creates intrigue and curiosity. So really great job with this, Myron. So everyone listening, if a video does well, analyze it because usually it's a keyword. So Myron, if you made another video with the keyword masculinity in it, then it's likely to do well again. Let's see with this one. Scientifically, daily routine was the keyword in this one. What else do we have here? Self-improvement was the keyword here. This one is cool. I want to click on this one. This is how to make the greatest comeback of your life. I like the photo on here. So Myron, you have very empowering content. So this is a note for everyone. If you post empowering content like this, how to make the greatest comeback of your life, get aesthetic abs, increase your masculinity, you're going to attract empowered people. But if Myron was posting disempowering content, like you know, like if he was like really consoling people for like depression, like, oh, it's okay, like then you're going to attract people who are like more in that victim mentality. I talked about that during my last live stream, so I won't like dive super into it now, but like Myron, you have like really good stuff. So I have a really good feeling that when you promote your course, that you're going to get people who are really invested in what you're offering, and they're really going to like do what it takes to get the work in. So really good with this, Myron. I mean, I don't really have much else to add. I think you're on a really good track. Let's see what else you got. Yeah, I think you're on a great track. So you're doing really well. Once you put that course out there and we make some tweaks with the banner and the profile photo, then this will be more than just like this will be more than just a hobby. This is really going to be a business. So It's exciting. It's exciting to see. Okay, let me close all these tabs. Let me check out this. I was saying if he really likes the photo, maybe he can keep it. That's a good point, Sally. So Myron, if you really like that photo, what Sally's saying is that you can keep it and crop out the background. You could do that. I would try to lighten your face, but again, like, I don't think it solves the problem of like camera being at eye level. So I keep looking outside because it's so pretty right now. It's like super sunny, but it's raining. I kind of want to turn my camera and show all of you, but that's too much of a hassle. Okay, let's see. It's so pretty. I bet you there's going to be a rainbow soon. Oh, wait. I just pulled Sid again. Did I put his name in twice? Let's pull on someone else. Paul Bradley. Paul Bradley. I feel this is the third man I pulled in the focusing on personal development. I did not intend for that. It's just who applied for what I'm offering. Let's see. Okay, Paul Bradley. Are you here, Paul? Oh, good. Paul's here. Everyone, Paul's in the comments. Everyone, while I'm pulling up Paul's channel, how about all of you go and subscribe to Paul? It's nice to see you, Paul. It's really nice to see you. Okay, let's check out Paul. Share screen. Okay. Okay, so here we have Paul Bradley, 12 Steps to Happiness and Prosperity. Doable and attainable, solve anxiety, loneliness, relationships, issue resolutions. Great banner. I really do like the banner. I like the gold. I like this earthiness. That's not a word, but I just made that up. I like it a lot. This, like, to me speaks balance, calm, alignment, and also, like, I like the photo of you too, because it's like friendly. It's like, I don't know, like, you seem like a really confident and like firm guide in this. So really great job with that. 12 Steps to Happiness with Paul Bradley Sturman. Beautiful. Something I'd recommend, Paul, like, I love this process of yours. Something like this is better suited for the website. And like here, it's better to have like a profile photo. So I would actually recommend like adding in a photo of you, like a nice headshot. It could even be this one, but it would be like repeating itself. Maybe you have another photo where you can like add yourself in. I just think it's good to have because like another feature of YouTube, everyone, is like here over to the left. I know it's kind of small now. Here, let me zoom in. Here over to the left, like YouTube will show you all the people who you're subscribed to. So let's say like I discovered Paul, I watched one of his videos and I got to remember his face. Let's say later on I'm looking for Paul here, and then let's say I don't remember his name, but I just remember his face. I'm like, where is that one guy, Paul? I'm looking at the faces. If this was listed here, I wouldn't know it was him. I wouldn't know that it was him. It just seems like on a mobile device, this is going to look very small and no one's going to be able to read this. Honestly, I can't read this right now, even as it's like bigger on my screen. My eyes and my brain really need to work to read this. Happiness, prosperity. Happiness, prosperity. So notice what I just said, everyone, how my brain and my eyes have to work a lot. If the brain and the eyes need to work to try to read something or to try to understand something, people usually give up. So like the banner was easy to read. I read all that, but this, especially on a mobile phone, I can't read what's on the stairs. I'm probably not going to like keep reading. So this is a great graphic, Paul. I would just change the text, but I would actually reserve this for your website or in your YouTube videos when you're talking about it. So let me know if that makes sense. Good point. Okay, I'm just reading your comments right now. So going on with Paul, let's zoom out. So here, Paul, biggest recommendation I have is just the branding style, because I'm noticing that we have like a number of colors. Like this one has a rainbow background. So does this one. I've learned that with YouTube, colorful backgrounds like this, where like the colors transition, don't do that well. I actually used to have that on my channel. Back in the day, I used to have like blue that faded into like yellow and like red. And someone actually left a comment that it looked nice, but it was just like harder to read. And then when I like surveyed some other people, they're like, yeah, it's better if it's like more of like a solid color. Just because like there's been like studies that like when there's like a lot of colors as the background, like there's actually like more like disconnects, because as I'm reading the words, it's like the background's transitioning, so it's like harder to go from word to word, if that makes sense. That's just like the psychology behind like the colorful background. Let's see. This one looks good. Notice how like you have a solid background around the words, and so it's easier to read for that. Also, with your thumbnails, I would remove the Paul Bradley Sturman. I would remove that because like on mobile, so actually on the desktop, it looks a little bit different. But on mobile, like this number, you see how where it says 203, that number is actually bigger on the cell phone. And so your name's mostly going to be cut off anyway. So I would actually like remove the Paul Bradley Sturman. Less is really more, everyone, when it comes to thumbnails. I'll say it again, less is more. So the less you have, like the easier it is for people to grasp. So let's see what else we have. Sage advice. Sage advice. Also, some people may not know what sage advice is. Some people may read that like sage advice. What is that? And if people don't know what the video is about, then a lot of people won't invest their time to click on it. So just for everyone like listening, people will click on a video mainly for the topic. Mainly for the topic. If the topic is of interest and they can easily read the thumbnail, they know what it's about and it's intriguing, and also there's an enticing title, then people will click on it. So first thing, Paul, is I want you to ask yourself, Paul, like, what topics is your ideal audience member actually searching for? The people who you're trying to attract, are they really typing in what is your mindset for 2024? Probably not. What about wake up and dream? Maybe. I would say not as many. What about be like Yoda? Probably not, unless they're really into Star Wars. I like the idea though, but like just like reframing it, like coming at it from a different approach can make the difference. So for example, like if you have a video topic, but just if you like go about the title and the thumbnail a different way, that can be the difference between like, again, 50 views and 5,000, 50,000 views. How to make every moment count. Let me look at your most popular video. The yin/yang of love. Interesting, that was your most popular video. Maybe you could do another love video for Valentine's Day. Everyone listening, it's good to hop on trends. So we have Valentine's Day coming up, and Paul, you like to talk about love. Maybe you can come up with a video topic for that. It's good to hop on trends with like holidays and events coming up. And this was a better thumbnail. So the yellow really stands out from like the darker background. Sage advice. Let me look at this. Sage advice, Paul Bradley Sturman. What is the meaning of your life? This is a question that people are asking. So you want to focus on topics that people are actually like asking. People are coming to YouTube and typing in like, what is the meaning of life? How to make every moment count? How to overcome overwhelm? Most people probably aren't typing in like how to not make assumptions. Do you know what I mean? Like they're probably coming at it from a different like angle. Wake up and dream. Yeah, Paul, I would recommend that like all of your my main piece of advice for you is the topics, and then also making sure that your thumbnails match. So like these two, like their branding style is so different. You see how the branding is like very different. And like, let's say I watched this video and I really liked it and YouTube recommended me this. I wouldn't immediately know that this is one of your videos. It's good to put your face in there. And then also, I don't know where you're at. Here, let's see. Let's look at your links here. Good. You have a good description here. Oops. Pull that back up. You got your Facebook. You got your Instagram. Good. You got your email. Great. Everyone, by the way, it's good to have your email available to your audience. I've gotten so many opportunities from this right here. So I've gotten emails from people who want to collaborate, people who are interested in like my business, what I'm offering. What else? I've gotten like people who I could maybe hire for my business. Even like Kajabi reached out to me and they want me to help their clients with YouTube stuff. And that's why it's good to have the email so that people can contact you. I just think you're missing out on a lot of opportunities if you don't have your email on here. And that's the beautiful thing about YouTube, is that it can lead to a lot of opportunities. A lot of opportunities. It could lead to speaking gigs. It could lead to collaborations. And so you always want to have this on here. It's good to have your Facebook and your Instagram as well. Some people use the DM feature, so that's good to have. But eventually, Paul, we want to have your website on here. And then also, I know you are planning to offer a free module, which I think is done. I think you finished that, but I'm not seeing it right here. At minimum, everyone, even if you're not sure like what you want to offer for a business, it's good to have the free offer so that you can start collecting emails, as I've said. I'm looking at what Dean said. On Paul's channel, I'll bet his title searchability is a far more important issue than the thumbnails. Yes. Yes, Dean. So we want to make them searchable. So mainly focus on the topic, Paul. Focus on what topic that people are searching for. And then you want to choose a title that's searchable and intriguing. Kind of like how we saw for Myron. Do you remember Myron's? Here, let's pull up Myron. I'm going to use him as an example. Notice how Myron's video they're both searchable and intriguing. Notice that he has a lot of keywords in here. 8 manly habits to increase your masculinity. What no one tells you. So it's search-based and it's intriguing. Search-based, intriguing. How to get aesthetic abs fast. You see, that's something that people are typing in, but he has that element of intrigue. We want that for you, Paul. So let's say, Paul, you come up with a topic. Let's say you just want to make a general video on how to be happy. Let's just type it in. This is a good practice, everyone, just to type in the topic that you want to focus on and see what comes up. Notice how this notice how this video is very searchable. Want to be happy right now? Don't make this mistake. New surprising science. You see how this is so intriguing? Don't make this mistake. New surprising science. It's appearing at the top of search. This is an ad, so it doesn't count. Appearing at the top of search. Boom. That is the main important thing, everyone. I actually used to intern for this exact company right here for 4 years in college. And I learned that you don't have to have the best thumbnails. Look at the second search video. Thumbnails are important. I'm not saying don't focus on them, but it really comes to show that the main thing is the title and the searchability of it. How to be happy every day. It will change the world. Intriguing. Look at that. So yeah, look at that. It's good. This is a good practice, everyone. Of course, we have Tony Robbins come up. But it's good to like just see what's coming up. And of course, these are going to be bigger creators. Of course, TEDx has an established audience. So does Mel Robbins. So does Tony Robbins. Oh, I didn't realize they had the same last name. Mel Robbins, Tony Robbins. But what you could do as well is filter, and you can see like this month what people are posting. And I actually like to look at smaller channels that aren't like, you know, like a Tony Robbins or a Mel Robbins. And it's good to look at videos that performed well for them. So I like to look at these. I like to model the thumbnails, the titles. Sometimes I'll even watch them to get inspiration. But okay, we'll stop with that. But yeah, that's my critique with you, Paul. So I hope that was helpful. Let's see the comments here. Let me close all these tabs. Good. I'm glad that was helpful for you, Paul. Alrighty, let's see who's next. Hopefully one of the ladies. Usually ladies are first, but today was 3 men. Man, it's fine too. Another guy. No, this is good. Dean Crab. Dean Crab. I see he's in the comments. You still here, Dean? Okay. Let's pull up Dean's. Yeah, Paul, really quick. So I see that you mentioned your shorts. Really quick. The main thing with your shorts is consistency. Just being consistent with your shorts. I see here we have 8 shorts. I would just post more of those. I would commit to a content schedule. You do have like quotes for the meaning of life. That applies to shorts as well, Paul, is just having good titles and good topics. Both of it applies, but I would be more consistent with your shorts. So let's see, let's pull up Dean here. Present, share screen. Okay, so everyone, Dean has a channel and he wants to focus on music education. And this right here is the channel that he shared with me. And I know, Dean, that we had a short discussion that you are transitioning to being more about like, you know, the education piece, which is good. So everyone, like, you have to realize that on YouTube, people mainly come to YouTube. Actually, it's for 3 reasons: to be entertained, to be educated, and also to feel like they're connected to a person. Okay, so Dean, I noticed in the past that a lot of these are more entertainment type videos. So you performing particular songs. Let's see what else. Just looking at what you have. You have different demos on here. So correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think here that there's a lot of like how-tos. So that's the biggest transition for you, Dean, is to focus more on how-tos instead of like performing like Oh Holy Night. It's like how to play Oh Holy Night on the guitar. Or I think that's what you focus on mainly is guitar. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's mainly guitar that you teach. So you can title it like how to play this song on guitar. Those videos do really well on YouTube because think about it, people are typing that in. People are going to YouTube and they're typing in how to play particular songs. People will watch a demo as well, but if you want to transition this from being like, you know, a hobby to a business, that's the main transition that needs to take place. So I dove into your content, but talking about the profile photo and the banner is non-existent. So I would definitely use my banner template. Again, you can go to my website underneath my freebie section. There's a free template that you can download and you can use. And I also have a YouTube video that gives you a tutorial on it. I would recommend a YouTube banner that clearly communicates what problem you solve and for who. It could just be something as simple as like, you know, I helping you learn guitar fast and easily. Looking at your comment now, the videos are sheet music sing-along demos. Okay, videos are sheet music sing-along demos for choral. So I'm not like a music expert. Sheet music sing-along demos for choral. I don't even think I'm saying that right. Vocalists. I see. So yeah, Dean, what you could really do, one really good free resource for you is like having free sheet music. There's this one gentleman I went to college with, and he was like on America's Got Talent. And what he offers is like free sheet music. He doesn't treat it like a business. He has a lot of demos of him like playing music, but I know he offers like sheet music. Let's see. And he grows his email list this way. So he has like this library of like sheet music, which is pretty cool. And you can actually, oh wow, this used to be free, but now he's charging for it. That's interesting. So he's doing this dude blew up on YouTube very fast. Very fast. He's got 1.62 million. He had his golden play button, but he's doing really well. So Dean, what I would recommend for you is I would recommend like offering sheet music. This is a good way to grow your email list. Even if you're not ready to sell something like a course or coaching, then like this is good just to you know, get something out there. Hi, Tap'M Fitness. Your name is in the bowl, by the way. So I didn't do yours yet if you're coming in. Free music sheets. Beautiful, Dean. I'm glad you like that idea. That's good to do for now. You can offer free sheet music. And then when you're ready to sell something, maybe you create a course or you want to do like a group program. I actually worked with a gentleman once and he was creating a group program for people who wanted to learn how to write songs. And so he was actually using Kajabi. He was using the communities feature. And what he did is he had some emails because he was offering something for free. He had like a free mini course that he was offering. That's something else that you can do. You can do like a free mini course that's like, it doesn't need to be complex. This goes for everyone. Like you can create a free mini course that's maybe like 3 videos, 3 minutes each. And then you can have like a simple call to action in there, you know, to subscribe to your channel or to buy your paid thing if you have it. But it's good for you, Dean, because I mean, you've been posting videos, you've gotten views. And again, everyone, like all these views are people. And so if we added this up, I mean, you've helped hundreds of people. Let's check this out. Over 12,000 views. And so it's inevitable that if you had a free offer, like you would have grown your email list. And eventually those people can buy something from you. So that's one thing, Dean. And then also like, I would just stick to consistent branding. So let's say that I wanted to learn how to play guitar. And I go to YouTube and I type in like how to play guitar. Okay. Type it in and let's just click on this Andy guy. I know he's going to have a bigger channel, but like, I just want you to see how like, when I look, even just by looking at his channel, you can tell exactly what you're going to learn. I'm going to learn how to play guitar. Great. But if I go over to your channel, Dean, I don't know that. I see some sheet music, but I don't see you as the expert in that space. Just notice the thumbnail difference. So I would stick to a consistent look. And then also like, I would shift more towards how-tos. You could still keep these videos, but maybe even just redoing the thumbnail. Let's see, Dean Crab. Some of these are pretty good. I like the pictures of you with the guitar in it. But overall, I think we just need to stick to a consistent look. This is overwhelming, this staff with all the notes on it. But I think just a consistent look we need to stick to, kind of like this guy here. You see how clean, organized, nice it is. All of these are like really like search-based, so people can come across it. Let's see. I'm curious, Dean, if you have a website. Because if not, I would like focus on that eventually. Is like I would think of what your free offer is, and then I would create a website. I'm branding a lot now with shorts. Okay, let's check out your shorts. So I see that you're branding, but we want to stick to a consistent look. Consistent look. I'm noticing a lot of different fonts, a lot of different colors. Know this. Do your titles and thumbnails first. I think it's best if we stick to your niche. I see that you're talking to content creators. You're talking about titles and thumbnails. And again, everyone, this is tied into what I was saying earlier. If someone subscribed to you for music and they see you talking about a completely different topic that's unrelated, this can cause you to lose subscribers. And so I would just stick to your content. Like, look at, are you a hater? This is outside of like the main niche. I would mainly stick to things related to music. That's my main advice for you. But let's check out your popular one. Interesting. Yeah, Dean, it's really about branding and being clear on your niche, and then shifting more from this being a hobby into a business. So unless you have any other questions, that's all I have for you with this. Also, I would utilize your community tab. This goes for everyone. So even for the last channels, I forgot to look at the community tab, but it's all right. The community tab is really powerful. The community tab actually does really good in the YouTube algorithm. So you can actually here, let me show all of you. I've actually gotten like good leads from my community tab. So it's good for sharing like testimonials. I was sharing this one the other day, just with my audience. And then it's good to share like past videos. It's good to share your wins. I like to run like little polls. This is good just for like engaging with your audience. So like I just put this one, this weekend I am, and I put all these options on here, 47 votes. And so this just gets people re-engaged with your content. Like if you let's say someone hasn't been watching your long form videos, but they're scrolling through YouTube and they see this and they engage, then YouTube can start recommending more of your content to them. So again, everyone, this is it right here. And what you can do is just on the community tab, you can share like an image, you can share a image poll, text poll. This is newer. You can actually do quizzes. That's fun. You could do quizzes on here. I think that's newer. So I see your comment, Dean. Let's see. So Dean said, I gained lots of subs from the ones you're saying are off topic. Yes. Even if you got subs, that's great. However, it's not always good to gain subs. So let's say, for example, let's say I was on a podcast, and let's say the podcast was outside of my niche. Let's say it was about something I don't talk about, beauty and makeup. Let's say I was on that podcast and I got 1 million subscribers on my channel. It's actually going to hurt my channel because 1 million people are subscribed now. They subscribed for makeup because they heard me talking about it on another podcast. But when I start talking about YouTube, which is my main area of expertise in online business, they're going to be like, wait, I thought you were the makeup expert. And so YouTube's going to recommend them my content, but they're not going to click. So it's not always good to get subscribers if they don't have the interest of the main audience you're trying to attract. So it's not about the numbers, everyone. It's better to have an audience of 1,000 people who are your ideal target audience than 1 million people who are just all random all over the board. So I hope that makes sense for everyone. Okay, I'm gonna do the next person. Didn't mean for it to all start with men, but it's okay. No worries, no worries. Next we have Beth Bell. Now we have a woman. All right, Beth, are you here? I actually met Beth the other day at a business event, women entrepreneurs event. So let's see if she's here. If not, I'm gonna pull up her channel in the meantime. Beth Bell. What a great name, Beth Bell. It rings. Beth Bell. Here, I'm just trying to pull up her channel. Where'd my sheet go? Sorry, I had so many tabs open, I think I closed it. Here it is. Okay. So Beth has a pretty solid channel. Let me show it to all of you. Yep, Dean, you're welcome. Glad you got value from it. Okay. So this right here is Beth's channel. Just making sure you all can see it, okay? Okay, so check out Beth right here. So Beth has been posting videos for a while. She's got over 900 videos. She's been very consistent with it. Oh, wow, Beth, you really post a lot. That's really great. Beth posts a lot. So Beth, I'm going to give you some advice today because I see that in the last week you posted like 12 videos, and that's great. It's good to have quantity, but we also want to have both quantity and quality. So probably all these videos together got maybe like, let's say 100 views. It's better to post one video a week with 100 views than like 8 videos a week that all add up to 100 views because, you know, Beth, like, this is just good for time management. I'm sure these videos took time for you, it took energy, and we just don't want you to get to a place where you're really burnt out. I'm sure you have like a really good work ethic, but I hope you understand what I'm saying. It would be really great if you could post like every day and have them all get like over 100 views, 200 views, and we're always increasing. So I'm going to give you some advice today that can help you to do that. But before we dive into your content, let's talk about your banner. So here we have break through your beliefs and tap into your inner wisdom. Interesting. Break through your beliefs and tap into your inner wisdom. What does that exactly mean? Like what kind of beliefs? Like limiting beliefs, disempowering beliefs? Because like when I read that, it's like, I'm someone with, you know, like I'm someone who has like a pretty strong belief system. I don't have too many like limiting beliefs. And so if I read that, it's like, I don't want to break through my beliefs. You know what I mean? So like what kind of beliefs? Like I would maybe put limiting beliefs or disempowering ones and tap into inner wisdom. Inner wisdom. What am I going to get from that? What's the transformation? Like I get like the inner wisdom, but like, what is that going to do for me? Like live a happier life, better relationships, like what in particular? I see here that you have as a relationship transformer and psychedelic spokesperson. That's very interesting. Beth brings sage wisdom from decades of spiritual deep diving. I would highlight this more. If this is like your main expertise, I would highlight that. So Beth, when I'm looking at you, and this goes for everyone listening, you want someone to immediately see you as the expert in something. And usually it should come down to 1 or 2 words. So for example, when people think of me, YouTube business, that's my area of expertise. When people think of you, they should know you for one thing. Like, oh, she's the relationship coach. Oh, he's the health coach. Like, oh, like, you know, he's the cooking guy. He posts all about cooking. But Beth, I don't know exactly what you're the expert in. Is it psychedelics? Is it relationships? I'm not exactly sure. And so I have to think about it. You see, this isn't good that I have to think about it because the more the brain has to think about it, then the harder it is for people to like recall that and to like know you as something. So I would really ask yourself, like, what am I the expert in? And try to bring it down to 1 or 2 words. And you want that to be clearly conveyed on the banner and on this channel. One thing I'd recommend, I see this book, zoom in on it. Everyone, as I mentioned earlier with Sid's channel, if you have a book, you want to put that on the banner. So Beth, you did a really great job. This builds a lot of authority and expertise. Angels, herpes, and psychedelics. Interesting. Unraveling the mind to unveil illusions. Now that book has me thinking herpes and psychedelics. Herpes and psychedelics. Angel. So unraveling the mind. Interesting. So Beth, there's this one book. There's this one book, How to Change Your Mind by Michael Pollan. And he has a book about psychedelics. And so like it's very clear from his book, How to Change Your Mind, what the new science of psychedelics teaches us about consciousness, dying, addiction, depression, and transcendence. Michael Pollan. When I look at yours, like we have herpes and psychedelics, unraveling the mind to unveil illusions. It's not as concrete as it is for like his book. I know that in this book, I'm going to learn how to change my mind with the science of psychedelics. The herpes is kind of throwing me off. I'm not gonna lie. The angels and the herpes, I feel like they're like three totally different things, just kind of meshed in one like book cover. So Beth, you could actually like adjust book covers. I don't know if you knew that, but there's this one book I was reading, and in the book they were talking about how for a book they just changed the book cover and the title, and it just started selling. Titles really do sell, and if people don't know like what it's all about, they're going to be a bit like confused. So again, I'm sharing this out of like love. This is constructive criticism. I just want you to experience the most success with this channel, and so the fact that I have to think a lot isn't the best thing. So what I would recommend as well is like, I see you have the back of your book. I don't think that's needed. I would remove the back of your book because especially on mobile, no one's going to be able to read that. And I think it's just taking up a lot of space that no one can read. It's like a big white block. I would actually remove that, and I would move the photo of you over, because on mobile, and I bet you this is the case, I bet you like on mobile, this text is cut off and people can't see you. So if I pull up, I'm not going to pull you up on my phone. It's too much work. It's going to take time, but like pull up your channel on your phone, Beth, and I bet you that the text is cut off. And so what you want to do is you want to move the text over so that on mobile it doesn't get cut off. You also want you to be in the frame on mobile. So I would put you where this Amazon bestseller is. I would switch you with the Amazon bestseller. I would remove this white background, and I would move over this text. Something else as well, I don't think that the water fits super well. Maybe that's just me. Actually, I think it looks nice. I take that back. I think it looks nice, but like, I think like the white parts can like blend in. You see how wisdom kind of blending in with this white water? I do like the sun in between the breakthrough. That looks actually pretty cool. It looks pretty cool, but like, just make sure when you're moving it, just make sure that the white doesn't like wash out this text. Okay, Sally, that's fine. You can watch the recording. So Sally said that she has to go. That's all good, Sally. Thanks for tuning in. But yeah, Beth, that's what I recommend is moving that over. This profile photo is good, but again, I recommend like having more of a close-up of your face. So kind of like I mentioned earlier on, Sid was the first channel which I recommended. Sid had a really good profile photo. Here, I'll zoom in. That's Sid's right there. You see how it's like a nice close-up of his face, very well lit. Here you're just very far, and I would just recommend it be like kind of like your chest up, like this part of your neck up. That way people can like feel closer to you. As a relationship transforms for some decades. Let's see. Okay, so you have your links here. That's good. So I see that you have your websites. Let's look at that. Let's look at your website. So you have a few stuff. Blossom Bliss. Okay, so I'm guessing this is like your book. Okay, so that's an Amazon link. I won't dive into that. Break through your beliefs, tap into inner wisdom, and awaken. Join Beth in her soul's journey to the bliss of divine oneness. Interesting. So Beth, usually when it comes to like these types of niches, it's good to anchor it in something. So like, for example, like you can anchor this in relationships. You could anchor this in like physical health. You could anchor this in like spirituality. And so like, that's what I recommend for you with this. And then also I recommend a video here. Let's see if you have a video somewhere else. I do recommend a video on this page, and I would put it right here. Just you explaining who you are, what problem you solve, and for who. And then also mentioning your paid offerings. Again, I'm still not clear what problem you solve and for who. And I know like with this niche, like it seems clear, like, oh, you're gonna break through your beliefs and tap into inner wisdoms and awaken. But a lot of people don't know what that means. It needs to be a little bit more concrete. So to give you an example, I don't know if she's still here, but one of my clients actually teaches this exactly, how to connect with inner wisdom and awaken. But like she has like a vehicle to do it. So she actually helps you to communicate telepathically with your animals. So her one thing is animals, how to connect with your pets, how to communicate with them. And so what is your anchor, Beth? Like, what is your one thing? Is it animals? Some people in this space, they have like a vehicle, like meditation. Tony Robbins was in this niche too, but his anchor was NLP. That was like his vehicle. So I would niche down on a vehicle. Like, what is your process? What is your method? How do you help people with this? Is it through a specific means like meditation, or like, what is it exactly? Hold on, married a man, do. Okay, you have your book. I'm just reading this. Okay, good. You have your affiliates. Do you feel this stuff? Beth. Okay. I'm curious what else you offer. I see you have a book, but do you have like something else? Like, is there like, Beth, do you like offer like coaching or like a course? Because like, what if someone comes across you, and let's say they really resonate you and they want to get your help? Is it just a book? Or is there more? Like, if there's more, I would put like a coaching section. I would consider starting a membership around this. Let's see, learn more. So I'm seeing a lot of about Beths. You have to realize, Beth, that when people come to a website, and this goes for everyone, they don't actually like, this sounds bad to say, but people don't like care about you as much as they care about themselves. So we want to communicate like, okay, yes, this is Beth, but what is she here to help me with? How can she help me? Let's see. Okay, you have your Instagram feed. Yeah, Beth, I would just think about how you can give more value. What's something else that you can offer? And again, you can look at mine just as an example. Like, when people come to mine, like, it's like, okay, they know what problem I'm solving and for who. They know how I'm going to help them to scale with YouTube. It's by, making sales. And then I have like a menu of everything. So I'm offering my additional help. And of course, if people want to know who Ari is, then here it is. But like, I feel like on your website, like front and center, it's like about Beth. Do you know what I mean? And we can be more clear. Like, we want to communicate like what problem you're solving, essentially, and we want to anchor it in something. So that's enough of my rant with this. Let's go back to your YouTube channel. Hold on, let's get rid of this, get rid of that. So many tabs. What is this? Blossom Bliss. Flowers. Don't know what Flowers Talk is. Okay, so you have some physical products. That's cool. Physical products are great. Okay. Interesting. Maybe I'm wondering if you're on Etsy. Etsy could be a good platform for you to make some sales with this. But I don't mainly specialize in physical products, mainly digital ones, but we'll go through this. Okay, so going back to your site here, let's look at your thumbnails. So looking at your thumbnails, so they're very, the text on here is very hard to read. So even on a desktop, I would get rid of this. You see where it says submit questions and comments? I would get rid of it. No one's going to read it. And honestly, it's just making noise. It's just making this banner more crowded. I would get rid of that. And then also, like, it's hard to read. Even what's in gold, like, I would make it darker and bigger. And also, like, this right here is especially hard to read. How to keep the balance between the two. I can't read any of that. If I'm looking at that on a mobile phone, I'm not even going to try because I really need to work my eyeballs. So I would just make that bigger, Beth. And then also, like, your thumbnails, I'm just looking at them. I see that you're using like a different photo in all of them. They do resemble each other a lot. Maybe you could even consider like adding in a graphic to some of these. Some of them like resemble each other too much. Like this looks like you posted the exact same video. So it's like the exact same thumbnail. So like, let's say, Beth, I watched this video and I like it. And then like later on you post this one. I'm going to think, oh, I already watched that one based off of the thumbnail. And even the title is exactly the same. Pretty much exactly the same. So I would reconsider that. And then there was something else I noticed earlier. So again, everyone, it sounds like really simple advice, but like, Beth, your link doesn't work. Your link doesn't work. You have to add in the https://. So what I do is like, when I put a website in my YouTube description, like I actually copy it straight from here, because if you copy it straight from like the URL bar, it'll include that https. So here, look at it. If I paste here, you see how it's like there, https://. It sounds like really simple advice, everyone, but like you can lose, you're leaving money on the table. Essentially, you're not bridging the gap effectively between viewer and client. So these need to be fixed, Beth, in your videos. Let's see what else we have here. I see your Amazon link is below. These links as well, you should make these clickable, because if someone finds you on YouTube and they want to follow you on Instagram, it's like they can't click. And people are more likely to click on a button than they are to actually type in the, what's it called? The username into the Instagram bar. They'd rather just click a button where the app automatically opens. So there's my advice for that. You have a nice background. So everyone, this is really good, Beth. So everyone, notice how Beth is looking straight in the camera. So the camera's at eye level. Notice how her head isn't cut off. Notice how she's showing from the chest up, kind of like how I'm doing right now. This is what you want to do. I see so many people where like they cut off their head kind of like this. They look down at the camera, or they like look up at the camera. Beth is doing a really good job with this. And it feels like you're sitting in her home. So I actually really like this too. I think Sid had that effect as well. It was like you were sitting in his apartment, and it was very like, I don't know, I think it builds a level of trust and comfort with the person. So really great job with that. Here, another thing, Beth, is I wouldn't put hashtags in the title. Hashtags are better suited for the description. So I would remove these from the titles. It's actually not SEO friendly. And I would just put that in the description. And also, like, this isn't the best title. New relationship expectations. No one's going to YouTube and typing in new relationship expectations. They're typing things like how to improve my relationship with my spouse, or with my mom, or with my friends. Again, Beth, this comes back to, what are you the expert in? If you want to mainly focus on relationships, what kind of relationships? For example, there's this one gentleman. I'll show you his channel, and you could tell immediately what kind of relationships he's an expert in. Look at that. You could just tell from like, he has some shorts here, but like you could tell that like he's helping women with their romantic relationships. And so, Beth, we want that to be clear. So a better title for this, again, I didn't watch this video, but like a better title would be something like how to improve your relationship with your, and then fill in the blank. I think it's better for you, Beth, to even niche down when it comes to this. I would recommend niching down to a type of relationship, because the relationship advice that you would give to someone, like let's say a mother and a daughter, is different than romantic. It's different than friends. And so we can really like make you the expert in something. So let's see what else we have. I hope you're taking this feedback well, Beth. I really want you to succeed with this, because you have like a really good presence. I mean, I could tell, like, I don't know, there's something about you. You have like a really nice aura. I think the white really helps with that. I really like the white with you. It's like a clean aura, pure, clean, genuine. And I'm sure when you're talking, it's like, you know, really like spot on content, but just adjusting the titles, the thumbnails, so that they're easier to read, it can help people come across your content. That's really the biggest gap for you, is how you're framing your thumbnails in your titles. So you could even go back to past videos, Beth, and you can adjust the titles and the thumbnails. Seems like a lot of work because you have like 900 videos, but you could hire a VA for that. You could even like commit to like 4 a day that you do. But I've actually had videos where I adjust the title and the thumbnail, and then the video starts to take off. What else do we have here? That really is the biggest thing. Like this is not the best title. Like, why #heartbreak? A better title would have been something like how to overcome heartbreak in 5 easy steps. And what I recommend for you, Beth, next time you have a title idea in mind or a topic, I would go into YouTube and just type it in. So think of what your target audience is typing in, and then type it into the search bar. I'm sorry. I can't talk and think at the same time. How to overcome heartbreak. And just get inspiration. I'm not saying you have to copy these people, but like just notice what they're putting in. Like if you are dealing with heartbreak, watch this. That would have been a much better title for this video. And then same thing with the text. You will survive. You see how it's intriguing? That would have been better if in like big, bold, easy to read letters, it says something like you will survive. That would have been much better. So That's the biggest thing for you, Beth. Like your content, I could tell like your content is spot on. I don't even need to watch it. I could tell just the way you, just like your presence, like I could tell, but like these are just the little things. So yeah, that's my advice for you. I could tell you're mainly focusing on romantic relationships, but now that I'm scrolling, now I see that you could be someone who focuses on romantic relationships, and one of the vehicles is psychedelics. I know that's a controversial topic, so we won't dive into that. But here, let me show you. Be careful as well with the YouTube guidelines. I actually knew a gentleman who talked about psychedelics, and then some of his videos got flagged. I think they're being less strict with it, but it's a very controversial thing. Where did I'm trying to remember which? Oh, it was this one. So Beth, this is my last piece of advice for you. Is I want you to think of your audience on Hell Island. The Hell Island represents the niche and what problems they're experiencing on that Hell Island. So for you, it's like, okay, let's say you're focusing on specifically women, helping them with their romantic relationships. Think of all the problems they're experiencing. Heartbreak. What else? Finding the right person, maybe narcissism, how to get over a fight, things like that. And they want to get to Heaven Island, where they're experiencing joy, abundance. They are experiencing passion in their relationships. And you, Beth, you are the guide. You're guiding them from hell to Heaven Island. So we want to be clear on what your bridge is. So I think psychedelics could be one way that you help someone. I'm sure you have like advice as well, like different steps. But like also, what do you offer? I know you have a book, but you also, like what else? Do you have a course? Do you have mentorship? Like what else do you have? To give you an example, if you go over to mine, my bridge is this 5-step process. When someone comes to work with me, I'm the guide and I'm guiding them through my 5 steps. Step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom, 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 boom. But my bridge is also my paid offerings. So the bridge is also my accelerator group. It's my Clarity to Cash program. I have freebies. I have a 1-hour session. I'll build your funnel. I have different tools. And so that's what we want to clarify for you, Beth. So I hope that was helpful. Is she here? I'm sure she'll watch the replay. Here, let me get rid of all these tabs. Okay, let me see. When the banners and titles are redone, can we relaunch the videos? So Paul, what I would recommend is like, just keep the videos posted, because you can adjust just the, if you adjust just the titles and the thumbnails, it can take off later on. Here, let me show you an example. So I wouldn't repost the video entirely. Where's that one video I had? There it is. So there's this one video that I posted. Let me show all of you. Great question, Paul, by the way. I'm glad you asked it. So Paul, this video didn't, like it used to have a different thumbnail and a different title. And so I went back and I adjusted it. And what happened was, this is exactly when I adjusted it, after like 150 days. And you can see that after I did it, it started to take off. So the same thing can happen for you too. So when it comes to the banner, I changed that many times. So the banner, that's always going to change and evolve. So that doesn't affect like how the videos perform on its own. The banner helps people to get a first impression of your channel, and also it communicates to them what problem you're solving and for who. If you change the banner, it doesn't like connect with the videos. So I hope that makes sense. And will it reach more people? Yes. So I hope what I just showed you helps. If you adjust it properly, it can reach more people, like I just showed you. So that's the cool thing about YouTube. Instagram and TikTok and these other platforms aren't like that. They're not like, once you post a video, after 2-3 days, no one sees it. This is why I love YouTube, because even that video I showed you, it's still getting views. It's still growing my email list because I offer free stuff. And that's why many of you are here, because you came on my email list. I was able to send you an email saying, hey, I'm about to go live. And boom, here we are. Loretto. Loretto, are you here? Hashtags are best. Yes, Paul, hashtags are best in the description. Okay, Loretto, are you here right now? No? Okay, that's okay. I'll just send her the replay. So we have Loretto. She is a Spanish speaker, which I understand, but I'm going to translate a lot of stuff for you. so that you all can follow along. Because what she has is actually like really good for all of you to model. But I'll be a translator today. Thanks for asking that, by the way, Paul. Okay, so here we have Loretto. Here she's going by La Tia Lala. So for those of you who don't know, this means aunt. She basically abbreviated her name. So Lala Loretto, she abbreviated it and she's calling herself La Tia. So she's calling herself an aunt. I wouldn't recommend this, Loretto. I wouldn't recommend referring to yourself, because I had one client and he was going by cousin. He was going by cousin. He wouldn't mind. Cousin Cliff. He's one of my clients. He's going by Cousin Cliff. And I had to talk with him. And I was like, Cliff, when people watch a YouTube video, and if they're looking for a leader to help them in a particular niche, they're not looking for a friend or an aunt or a cousin to help them. They're looking for a leader. So my client, Cliff, I told him, Cliff, don't go by Cousin Cliff, go by Coach Cliff. Coach Cliff. That's more of like a leadership term. When people hear Coach Cliff, they're gonna see him as the expert. Same thing for you. If you go by this, people may not see you as the expert in what you do. They're just gonna see you like a friend or family member. And that really, everyone, that's really how you establish yourself as an expert and how you turn your channel into a business, is by even calling yourself something that like really communicates expertise. So I hope that makes sense to all of you. I wouldn't recommend doing this. You can even put your full first and last name. I know like you're on my list as Loretto Lala. I don't know what your last name is. You can even just do your first and last name. Everyone, when in doubt, just use your first and last name. I know there's concerns with like personal security, like, oh, what if someone looks me up and they find my address? You can abbreviate your name. So like Gary V, he goes by Gary V, but his full name is Vaynerchuk. But he could have kept his last name a secret. He didn't have to tell anyone that his last name was Vaynerchuk. And he could have just went by Gary V. So if that's a concern, Loretto, maybe you can come up with like what's the term? Like a pen name? I think I call it like a pen name. You can come up with that, but I wouldn't recommend that it's like this. To me, like I don't see you as the expert in something. Speaking of, I would recommend a banner for this. I know you're probably watching the replay, so I talked a lot about banners earlier on, but in a nutshell, you want to have a banner that clearly communicates what problem you solve and for who. And you want it to have like a nice photo of you. Everyone, just so that you know what she does, this is for the audience. Spanish to English. This is what she does. Hello, Amala, and I give practical advice to present artistic projects and prepare them for state or private financing. It's a very specific niche. And so we want people to see you as the expert in that. And so that's a good tagline. I would communicate something like this in the banner. So let me know if that makes sense. But moving on, another thing as well, before I move on, I would recommend that you put your website here. I would put your website here because I know you shared with me a website, which I'm not seeing listed on here. Everyone, it sounds so simple, but that is truly how we bridge the gap between someone being a viewer and a buyer, is having a link. And so I know here you have like your Instagram. Let's pull that up. I noticed in your Instagram, you have this link right here. You have your YouTube channel, but you also have this. So this right here is good. So I see that you have a way to collect emails, but let's link this to the YouTube channel. Let's link it because these people, like, let's see, how many total views did you get? Let's see, you've gotten close to 3,000 views. If you would have like offered something to them, if you would have told them to sign up for this list, then you would have like had a collection of those people. So for the people watching here, this is what that headline translates to. Guides and videos to finance art. Do you have an idea or artistic project and don't know how to finance it? Well, nothing more was missing. Subscribe to receive free videos to learn how to make winning presentations and applications. So I'm not exactly sure what I'm getting here. So subscribe to receive free videos. What if you just offered a free mini course? A free mini course. I have one as well, and I talk about it in my past videos. Instead of saying like subscribe for free videos, it's better to say to sign up for the free course. So having like a forget what this button leads to. You know, like a free course where people can click on and they can put in their name and their email to access it. Something as simple as this. I would recommend that for you. I'd really recommend that. And then also I recommend like, let's see, hold on. Let's go back to this. I want to make sure that the people watching can like understand this. How else can you help people? You can probably offer consulting and you could charge a lot for it. So that's another thing. I think we could better bridge the gap between you and this being a business. So like you could even create a page where you're offering coaching and mentorship. But here I'm not seeing it anywhere. Let's see, if I click on a video, maybe you're putting it in the description. There's no links here. I'm not seeing a website. So I'm just seeing the link for your Instagram. So right now, this to me is a hobby. Right now you're doing this as a hobby. If I watch this video and you're not offering your additional help and support or any extra resources, then to me, like, this is a hobby. This isn't a business. Someone else who's looking for these types of solutions, they may find another YouTuber who's offering their help. And even if they have like 60 subscribers, but they're offering that, they have a website, do you see how that person can earn more money? Do you see how that person stands out? Because they're not just making YouTube videos, they're treating it like a business. Everyone, again, don't think of this like selling. This is offering extra help. That's what it is. The YouTube videos can only go so far. And it's great to have, but like, you're just leaving a lot of money on the table too. And I don't know your background, Loretto. I don't know if like you're working another job and you want this to be your full-time thing. That's how you can monetize faster. Everyone, I had 200 subscribers when I got my first high-paying client. They paid me $3,000. And then from there, I kept getting another one and another one and another one. I don't know what your monthly expenses are, but like $3,000, like for a month, that was my first month. I made $3,000. That's like livable income, very livable income. That can cover your bills. That can put food on the table for your kids and leave you enough with extra to buy the things that you want. So I'm telling all of you, like, tell them about selling. And that person was so grateful. Oh my gosh, they were so incredibly grateful when I offered them extra help. And so like, we want to come at this from service, not from a place of sales and getting people's money. That's not what this is about. So yeah, so for you, I would recommend putting this link on this page. And then even I would adjust the language, maybe make this a free mini course. And then also you can create a page like me, Loretto, where you like, if you do want to offer like coaching and like memberships, you can make a page like this and you can link it to your YouTube. That way, if someone watches you, then they can take that next step. And also, I would recommend having a call to action in your videos. This goes for everyone. It's not enough just to have a link. You want to tell people to go to the link. You want to tell them to click on the link, but don't just say, go to my website to learn more. Say no, like, you know, click the link below to apply for my membership where you're going to learn X, Y, and Z. So you want to be really clear with that. Okay, so let's look at this here. So my biggest piece of advice is the thumbnails. So I would stick to consistent branding. So, okay, so here we have like, all these thumbnails look the same to me. And if you really scroll in, then there's some text on there as well, but I cannot read that. It's even all pixely. All these thumbnails to me look exactly the same. And the only thing that you changed is that, but no one's going to be able to read that. So like, everyone listening, it's not good to have thumbnails that resemble each other too closely like this, because let's say I catch this video. If I catch this video and then I subscribe to her and then I see her post more, I'm going to be like, again, I already watched that video, because even the title looks very similar. It starts with the same text. So that's what I recommend for you. You could even go back and change these thumbnails, and some of these videos can pick up. I see this one did really well. Let's check it out. This one did well. I'm wondering if this was organic or if you like drove some ads to this. But also like, I see for your last two that you had a different one. This is much easier to read, but it could be better. So I wouldn't recommend this font where it's kind of like not solid. You see how like colors are fading? I wouldn't recommend this because again, it would just be easier if it was like solid white. And then also I would stick to consistent colors. Here we have blue and purple, and then here we have like red and orange. For some reason, I think red and orange goes really good with you. Or maybe like black and white. This looks nice. like gray, black, and white. Let me look at your Instagram. I would stick to consistent brand colors. We're a little bit all over the place. We have different colors. We have like different fonts. It'll just make for like a much nicer user experience if we had like something solid. What else do we have? Also, this sounds like really simple advice, but I would post more. That it sounds so simple, everyone, but just by posting more, you're gonna grow more of an audience. And growth on YouTube is truly exponential. It's like when you're posting consistently, it's like you get minimum growth, but then you hit a point where things start to take off. When I hit 1,000 subscribers, I started getting more impressions from YouTube. So the algorithm actually rewards you. And same with my other clients. When they hit 1,000 subscribers, it really starts to push you. And then when I recently hit 3,000 subscribers, I really started to get more impressions. So I think YouTube has like their algorithm has different milestones. And I think that's also what triggers the exponential growth is like, it'll just like reward your videos more. And then it'll just start recommending it to more people. So stick to consistency, everyone. And think of each video like a seed. It can sprout later on, but you have to give it its essential nutrients. So what does a seed need? Water, sunlight, and the right nutrients in the soil. What does a YouTube channel need in order for the seeds to grow? You need consistency. I recommend planting seeds with a call to action because that is where you will get fruits. I'm really getting metaphorical. If you want to experience nice fruits with your YouTube seeds, have a call to action with a link down below. It will grow your email list and it will help you get sales. Even yesterday, just to show you that this works, I just looked at my Kajabi and someone paid me $97 for my course. Didn't know who it was. They found me on YouTube. They just went through this, paid $97. I didn't do anything. This is like one of my passive offers. I do usually work with clients, but that's the power. That's what I mean. It's a seed that I planted with a call to action that sprouted. You can experience that too. So it's consistency. And of course, like it's things like you want to have a good title, a good thumbnail, and quality content too. I know we haven't talked about that much in this, but quality content will help people to stay engaged. That's not the main focus of this live because I'm mainly critiquing like the outer elements. But YouTube cares if people click on a video and if they watch the video. If you have the best thumbnail and the best title and you're focusing on a really good topic, but if people are clicking on it and they're not watching all the way through, YouTube's not going to recommend it because it's simple. They want to play more ads. So if people are clicking off your video on average at 20 seconds, YouTube's like, okay, let's not keep recommending this because we want people on our platform. So yeah, Loretto, so that's what I recommend for this. Sounds really simple too, but I would post some more shorts of you speaking. Maybe you could even take some of your stuff from Instagram and repost it. I see you have quite a few pieces of vertical video. Again, everyone, you don't have to work harder. You can work smarter. Use what you got. And Loretto, if you want, and this goes for everyone else, you can use AI to help you. And there's a bunch of platforms, but I really like video because with video, you can the free version is nice. I've noticed that with some of the other ones, like they really try to trick you into giving them your credit card info. But video hasn't, which I like. I'm not going to sign in now, but like basically you can just copy and paste some of your YouTube videos, or you can upload a file and using AI, it will pick out the best parts, add in captions, and then from there you can download it and you can share it on your platform. So there's that. And then sounds really simple, but I would also post on the community tab. I spoke about that too when I did Dean's review, if you want to hear a whole explanation on that. But that's my main advice for you, Loretto. I don't know if you're focusing both on English and Spanish. It looks like you're mainly focused on Spanish, which is good. I have different advice for people who try to tackle 2 languages on one channel, but I don't think that's the case for you. So let me close all those tabs. How's it going in the comments? Does it matter if you change a video format from vertical to horizontal? Does it matter if you change it? You mean like crop it? I'm not sure what you mean. Does it matter if you change a video format from vertical to horizontal? Not sure what you mean by your comment, Dilsa. Vertical. I think you mean if you crop it like this, I think. Oh, do you mean like when there's like black parts? It's better just to film like fully. It's better to film your videos like horizontally. You see how right now I'm horizontal? You see how easy it is for me to make a short from this? I have a long video on TikTok. So Dulce, you could post that. You could post that, like you could download that and post it on YouTube, but that's not a big deal. But generally speaking, like it's not ideal. It's not ideal, but you could still do it. I've seen videos where they're like filmed that way, posted on YouTube. If the content is good, then people will stick around. But I would recommend for the thumbnail, at least putting like a, like one of your typical thumbnails. It's not good to have a thumbnail where it's just like a, kind of like for that Mark guy. Now this dude I'm about to show you, he's a bigger YouTuber, so he can get away with this. But if you're a smaller channel, this is not ideal. Yeah, let me show you. Present, share screen. Okay, so this dude has 500,000 subs, so he can get away with posting something like this. Dulce, you're saying you have a vertical video that's longer and you want to post it. I would just recommend putting in like a good thumbnail, like one that's not a snippet like this. I would put in like a proper thumbnail like this, like you have. This won't do good on a small channel unless it's like a really like, unless it's like really solid content. And again, everyone, this isn't like, there are exceptions out there, but just generally speaking, this doesn't do good on smaller channels. So hope that makes sense. Okay, good, Dulce. I'm glad that helps. Okay, so let's see. Got 2 more people in here. Actually, hold on. I thought I dropped someone out. If anyone else wants me to add them to the bowl, let me know. Let's see. Just making sure. Okay, so yeah, there's 2 people here. What we're gonna do is Selly. Is Selly still here? Okay, I know we have 2 people. We have Selly and Ashley. Are either of you still here? I know Ashley was here earlier. If Ashley's still here, I might do her. I'm gonna do her first. I think she's here, and Selly, I know how to run out. She's gonna watch the replay. So we have Ashley here. Ashley, I don't know how to say your last name. Boroimo. You have a fun channel. I'm excited for this one. Ashley has a fun channel. Let's check her out. Maybe I'll check you out after this and try some of your techniques. Tap dancing. How fun, tap dancing. So here, let's check you out. We have a tap dancing channel. That's fun. So you're teaching people how to tap dance. I always liked watching this. I always thought it was like super cool the way that they would go about this. So let's check you out. I think Ashley, you have really solid thumbnails. So everyone, Ashley is a good example of like, you have a good color scheme. I really like this turquoise and this yellow. I recommend ditching this purple. I see like here, like I would redo these last 3 and I would make it match your other ones. I think something about the turquoise and the yellow, I think is very suiting. I think it does really well. I think this is kind of like I don't know, it's kind of like a throw off. And again, everyone, you could redo thumbnails and they can start performing better. I would just always stick to that from here on, Ashley. And then also like your banner is good, but it can be better. Again, everyone, a banner is just a recommendation. I shared with all of you before how like this guy I went to college with, it's crazy. He like lived right next to me. He has like over 1 million subscribers. Look at his banner. It's not the best, but it's fine because like, he like his content goes viral, so it's not like huge, but like for a smaller channel, it generally is good. It is good because it gives people a sense of like what you do, and like you could tell what you do just based off of the shoes. But like I think we could be better with this. Here, let's check something out. I don't know if you've ever done this, but I don't know if you ever went to YouTube and just typed in like tap dancing. But let's see. It's good to look at other banners. Look at this one, beginner dance tutorials. If you're moving, you're doing it right. Learn more about online tap dance classes. You see how nice this banner is? So I know exactly what I'm gonna learn. So it's tutorials for beginners. We got a fun little tagline, if you're moving, you're doing it right. Look at call to action to classes. I know you shared with me, Ashley, that you want to lead people into your membership. Do you see how that's not really accomplishing this? Like you have your website, yes, but that's like front and center and it's not like clickable. It's better to do something like this person. Like they don't have their URL in here. but they're telling you to like click below for the link. And so like, you know where to go. So that's good. So maybe you can do something like that. Maybe you can draw some inspiration. Let's see what else we've got. Tap dancing is so fun. I don't think I've ever reviewed a dancing channel. I want to show you something really cool, by the way, but we're going to come up to it. Just tap. Check out this one. This is a really good banner. Everyone secretly wants to tap dance. That's funny. Start for free. So this isn't the best one, but you can maybe do something where it's like join the membership, and then you can have an arrow pointing down to where your site is. So again, I just wanted to show this to you, but like look at those two banners and then look over at yours. It could just definitely be much better. And again, my free banner template, you can go to my website, click on freebies, and then click on YouTube banner template. It's free and you can use it. But I would use that. And then maybe you can even add in a nice photo of you. I see down here that you're showing your face. So maybe we can even add in a nice photo of you or picture of someone dancing. And I would recommend that too for the profile photo. If you want, I noticed that these people have like little icons of someone dancing. This one just says tap. Excuse me. But maybe for you, oh wow, look at this. They have 10 videos and they have like over 50K subscribers. That's interesting. Maybe you can like check them out, and like what you could do actually is you could like model some of their titles and their thumbnails. Some people don't like to do this, but you're allowed to. You can actually use the exact title and the exact text that they're using in the thumbnail. That goes for everyone. You're allowed to do that, and it increases the odds. Like you piggybacking off of someone else's video increases the odds that like yours can do good as well. So there's that. Let's see what else you have here. Some paper somewhere. Where is it? Here it is. Okay, so let's check you out. So I would consider adjusting this. Let's check out your description. Learn how to tap dance and enjoy the benefits of your mind, body, and soul. I like this. This is a good tagline. Learn how to tap dance and enjoy the benefits for your mind, body, and soul. So I like everyone, this is good because you could tell like what she's teaching, what the benefits are, and also you don't have to leave your house. Whether you're a beginner, intermediate, or advanced dancer, we have something for everyone. That's nice. Our courses are designed to promote healthy activities for dancers of all ages and stages of their journey. Good. So everyone, notice how like she has offers in here. She mentions her courses and her memberships. Beautiful. She has a call to action. Join us today and start your journey towards a healthier, happier lifestyle. Beautiful. Let's check out our website. And then we'll go back to the YouTube channel, but I just wanted to go over here. So let's check this out. Okay, so good. We have the brand colors, which is great. Dancing through life. Tap dance online. I like the other tagline better here. Hold on. Something like this would do better on this page. Dancing through life. Tap dance online. I think this headline could be much stronger. I would recommend taking this language right here. And then also I recommend having a video. Tap in 10. What does that mean? Tap in 10 what? Tap in 10 steps in 10 minutes in 10 months. I don't know exactly what this means. Tap in 10. Maybe it's, see, I'm someone who hasn't tap danced. Maybe someone who's more intermediate or advanced, maybe they know what this means. But like, if I'm already on this page and I don't know what something means, do you see how that can cause a disconnect? So I would adjust this and I would put a video behind this. I would film a video of you explaining in no more than 2-3 minutes what problem you solve and for who. Hi, I'm Ashley, and I help people to learn to tap dance, whether they're beginner, intermediate, or advanced. And then I would talk about what you offer. You could say, we have like a membership, we have courses, you can go at your own pace, it's all online, and you can click the links down below. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'll say it again, I sound like a broken record, but everyone, video on a page increases conversions by over 80%. 80%. So just by having this, you will increase your sales. My brain is working a lot. I'm just gonna tell you right now. So my brain, especially if I read this on a phone, I'm gonna be like, dang, this is a lot. Tap into joy, replace any time, monthly challenges. Tap into your Oh, that's the name of the program. Tap into your journey with Tap in 10. Tap in 10. So that's the name of the program, but I still don't know what Tap in 10 is. What is the 10? Oh, are you using Kajabi? You totally are. Kajabi is a great platform. It's good that you have this. So little note, Ashley, you could have a 7-day trial for your membership. I've noticed, excuse me, my throat's getting dry. I've noticed that like, I used to have a 7-day trial on mine, but when I was doing that, I was getting people to sign up who weren't invested and committed to, experiencing the transformation that I provide. And it was one of those things too, where like, I got some nasty emails from people because they said, oh, you said this was free. Like, why'd you charge my credit card? Like, I didn't even give you my credit card number. And I was like, then how did I get the payment? But I found like I was getting much more quality clients when I didn't have a 7-day trial. Maybe you can try something else. Because I know you're trying to make an irresistible offer. Maybe you can consider something else, like use this coupon code or get this bonus. I find those to be like much better. And like, I just don't want you to run into any issues. Like, I just found myself having to refund people because when I charge their credit card, they're like, what the heck? But it's like, okay, dude. So that's just my advice for you with this. Let's go back here. So Ashley, again, my brain has to work a lot with this. So having a lot of text isn't good on a page. Feel free to model mine because I have a membership too. I'm just showing this as an example. Like, notice how I have a video, clear headline, but like this is how I break down what's inside my program. 3 easy pictures, 4 lines explaining it all. So Paul made a good comment. I would say tap below rather than click below. That's really funny, Paul. That's good. I like that. That's so clever. I would do that, Ashley. Look at the comments. Look at what Paul said. He said, I would say tap below rather than click below. Good one, Paul. So yeah, Ashley, I have to use a lot of like mental power to understand what this is. And like, I would really spell out that this is a membership. Here you say exclusive Tap in 10 subscription, but I don't know what that is. Like, is that a membership? Is it like an online portal? Do I get classes? And I'm sure you spell it out here, but like easy to follow lessons, replay, monthly challenges. Do I get a community? Do I get access to you? Is there no in person? I don't really know. And if I don't really know, I'm not going to buy. So again, Ashley, this is constructive feedback. I want you to get the most sales with this. And the way it's set up, most people would have a lot of questions. Even for mine, like, even though like I spell things out very clearly, some people still ask me basic questions of like, oh, what time is the group? Even though like I spell it out on mine, it's a bit FAQs. So it really goes to show, Ashley, that you got to be like crystal clear and super simplistic. So, okay, let's see what else we've got. Discover your abundance through expert guidance. Words matter. I kind of just skipped over this, by the way. I didn't know what question this was answering for me. This is what's going on in people's minds when they're going to this page. Words matter, so let's be mindful. Be mindful. Get my. So words matter. I thought we were talking about tap dancing. How are words intertwined? Let's be mindful. What is this? I'm just curious what this is. Get the playlist. Most people have extremely different tastes in music, I've learned. So I don't know what this playlist is. Maybe it's on Spotify, but like people probably aren't coming to this website to get a music playlist. They're coming here to learn how to dance. So like maybe tap dancing is different, but like something like this might be just better if we're in the course. Like when you're going through tutorials, it might be better like once they're in to give them the playlist. Because if someone just signs up for this, but they don't have like the course or anything, I don't know, check out the tap tutorials on YouTube. There's just a lot going on. There's a lot of different things going on here. So we have like the membership, which I really had to use my brain power to think about what that was. There was a playlist, and then when you click on it, then there's the playlist, and then there's also the YouTube. Then here we have Dance for Everybody. So we have your membership. Is this different than what was linked up above? Okay, now I'm confused. Now I'm confused. Oh man, so tap into your health. So Dance Through Life. Are these all different offers? Mentor, community, become an abundant member. Okay, so, Dance Through Life. This is just what I'm thinking when I'm going through this for the first time, but like, if I click sign me up, what if I wanted the $9.97? What if someone clicked on that and they didn't know that this was another offer? So again, there's no video on this page. What's the difference between this and this? Do you see how this can be very confusing? And then like someone else sees the 5-week coaching program. What's the difference between that, and that? The 30-day challenge is like, oh, like, holy crap, which one do I pick? Tap start, tap tech tune up. This is a lot of text in the button. Yeah, Dean said that the buttons aren't bold enough. It's good to hear multiple perspectives. Family tap course. Yeah, Ashley, there's a lot of options on here. I just don't know what to pick. What can you expect from Tap Fam? Okay, form and technique. But it's like, which one of these provides me it? Is it? Do you see how much I have to think for this? So that's not the best thing. We want it to be crystal clear. Form, technique, empowerment. But Ashley, book your discovery call. Book my discovery call for what? Usually it's better to offer a discovery call once they like are in something. So for example, like, again, I just show you mine as an example, like, because people haven't had problems with this. Like they go to my website, there's a video of me explaining everything, but everything's crystal clear laid out. And I wouldn't offer a discovery call until they were in something. So that's what I usually do here. Like usually people apply, but like, why would someone like book a discovery call at this point? So tap into your journey, become. And then we have a newsletter, it looks like. So there's a lot going on here. So they say a confused buyer doesn't buy. I'm very confused. Let's check out your store. Yeah, there's just a bunch going on here. So maybe we can find a way to consolidate all this. And so that's my critique on that. But another thing is, let's check out some of your videos. That's an ad. So, okay, let's see. Okay, so I see here that you're offering your Tap in 10. Oh, this is a different page. Wow, Ashley, you have a lot of pages. I didn't even come across this when I went through it before. I think we just need some more organization, generally speaking. Here we have a video, which is great. So it's good. One thing that's really good, Ashley, is that like in this video, you have the link down below and it works. That's really good. And so I'm not going to play this video, but Ashley, if in this video you said, click the link down below to join Tap in 10, then that's a really good way to bridge the gap between someone being a viewer and a buyer. So that's good. I mean, this page right here can be really high converting because we have a video. They know what they're going to get. This is a much better page than what I saw before. If I want in, great, $10. Another thing is this is very, very, very cheap. $10. If I'm only paying $10 for a subscription, I'm probably not going to show up. That's just the truth. And I tell you that because I want you to have students who value what you're teaching and who show up. I am currently paying $67 a month for classes. It's called Class Pass, and I get all these. I get access to all these workout classes in San Diego. You best believe that I show up for those classes because it's $67. That's not a huge amount of money, but it's a decent amount of money to make me want to show up. If something's $10 a month, like eggs here in California were $7.99 the other day. That's crazy. That to me is a lot, but like $10 is like nothing. And so if something isn't like valued high, I'm not going to value it. So everyone, I have a module in my course. I have so many that I kind of forget like which one's which. But basically, I have a module in my course where I talk about how like it's actually in service to charge your clients high. Not high, but like not like super cheap, because I really want to find the module for all of you. I think I know where it is. Here, hold on. It's just so much better. I'm much more of a visual person. Here, I found it. Yay, I found it. Okay, share screen. Come on, share. Okay. Everyone, it's actually good to charge more. So think of pricing this way. A downward spiral comes into play when you don't charge high enough, because think about the people who sign up. Actually, at $10 a month, people probably aren't going to be emotionally invested. Also, they're not going to perceive the value of the classes as high. They're going to think, oh, it's only $10. It can't be that good. Even if someone over here is charging $50 and you're charging 10, I like the perceived value is much higher. It's kind of like when you go to the store. Let's say you want to find some like really fine wine. You're not going to pay $10 for fine wine. You're going to look at the $100 wine, and you're going to think, oh, that wine is probably so much better. Let me buy the $100 wine. Same thing for this. If someone is actually actively looking for tap dancing classes, they're going to look at yours and they're going to think, this probably isn't that good. It's only $10. So also, if people aren't invested, if they're not showing up, do you think they're going to learn tap dancing? Probably not. They're not going to take it seriously. So everyone, I hope you see why it's actually like in service to your audience, because they're going to get the results. They're going to show up. They're going to consume the lessons. And then also it's an upward spiral for you if you choose to increase your prices, because like if you do, then you're going to get more profit. You're going to perceive your impact as higher. Also, like everything, I'm not going to list out everything here, but actually I just really want you to see, because I genuinely want you to, I don't know what you're earning currently with this, but to even make $1,000 a month, you need 100 people in this. That's a lot. Even if you charged $100 a month, you'd only need 10 people. It's better to have a smaller group of people who take it more seriously. My accelerator group isn't like, it's something that requires an investment, and it's a smaller group. So I'd rather have a smaller group of people who show up, who take it seriously, who get the results, versus, people who all pay $10 because they're not going to take it seriously. They're going to be sitting on their butts all day and not take it. And the same thing applies for you. So I'm coming at this from a place of love. I want you to like genuinely like make the most of this channel and of your efforts. So, okay, let's see what else we have here. Some of this isn't relevant. How to make a paper snowflake. What does that have to do with tap dancing? If I subscribe to you because I wanted to learn how to tap dance, and there's a video about how to make a paper snowflake, it's like, wait. I thought she talked about like tap dancing. What is this? Maybe that was just a fun video. I don't know, but I feel like that doesn't belong here. I would take that off. Totally irrelevant. But generally speaking, I'll give you one more bonus tip. So Ashley, a lot of people are searching for songs. They're looking for a particular song. So I want your videos to appear in search. Right now, again, like just hashtags don't do well in titles. And so think of what your ideal audience is typing in. Let me show you an example. So my ideal clients are typing in how to make a YouTube banner. And so when you type that into YouTube, my YouTube short appears as the first option in the shorts tab. So I also have a free download. I tell people, click the link in my bio to get the free banner template. Every single day, I am getting people on my email list because of this right here, because the link is in my bio. And Ashley, you can experience that too. Here, let me close these tabs. You can experience that too, Ashley. And so I encourage you to make your title search-based. If I type in how to tap dance, we want you to appear here. Tap versus Irish dance. That's interesting. Beginner tap. That's a much better title than what you had. But also, Ashley, people are typing in songs. So, for example, like someone wants to, what's a really popular song? Calm down. People are typing in things like this into YouTube. And in the shorts, I was actually watching some of these before, and I forget which one of these, but there was you can make a tap dancing one to popular songs. People are typing this in, and you can have a really good chance. Like, look at these people. Jasmine and James, they're a couple, they're super cute. But like in their shorts, they're always focusing on popular songs. Their most popular songs are like, their most popular videos are like based on like songs. So like this one, calm down, look at, that's something that people are typing in. But in some of their videos, let's see if it's, okay, I'm not gonna watch all their videos, but a lot of their videos, there's actually a call to action to click the link for tap dancing lessons. I think it's these people, or maybe it's another channel. There's one channel focused on dancing, and they have that call to action in there. What was my membership people? I'm reading what your comments I read. Oh, really? They got flagged for copyright. So you have to choose from the YouTube audio library. The songs need to be from YouTube. So that's another story, everyone. Copyright is, don't copyright music, but when you're posting a short on your phone, there's a music audio library. And so you have to like choose from there. So I know that's like one of those things, but like before you like post a song, I would look through their library to see if it's listed, because you could select the song from there so that it's not copyrighted. Yeah, that's a whole other thing. That's important for music channels. Maybe that's helpful for you too, Dean, because Dean, you're focusing on music. You got to be careful with the copyright. I have 2 clients focused on music. One writes his own music, and then the other one, she chooses songs from the public domain to play. So like she has like piano tutorials, and like there's certain songs that are like free to use that don't count as copyright. So that's a whole other conversation. But you can even research like YouTube copyright and like all those rules. They're always changing, and so it's good to like read the YouTube support articles. All right, we got one more. I know exactly who it is. It's Sally. She had to leave earlier. Right, Sally, if you're here, let me know. But she said she has to go and get her daughter. Okay, that's fine. So I'm gonna review the channel, and then she will watch the replay. I always like it when the person who I'm reviewing, I like when they're in the comments. That way we can like interact. Okay, just closing. I had so many tabs open for Ashley. Gotta close them all. So next, yep, you're welcome. Okay, so next we have, she's actually last, by the way, last but not least, we have Sally. So here we have Sally's channel. And so let's see what we got here. So Silhouette, returning to the garden, exposing the wilderness, walking through imperfect elevation. Okay. So Sally, I'm not totally clear from the banner what problem you're solving for me. Some people may look at this and be like, oh, she must be focused on gardening, because you have the word garden, you have the word wilderness and walking. And also it's green. So it kind of gives me like gardening vibes. But if you look at your videos, you're definitely not focused on gardening. So maybe what you can do is, this is my suggestion, I would change the color scheme of this banner to this blue and purple background that you have. I think the text is going to stand out much better, like the text that you have over here with your Instagram and your Facebook handle. And also this text as well will pop better. You'll probably end up changing the colors of new videos and coming soon. But that's what I recommend for this. I would just change the color scheme. It goes really nice with your shirt. Your shirt has like a nice green and pink vibe. It would match well with that, but that's my first recommendation, is that you do have a nice profile photo. I would recommend shifting yourself a little bit over to the right. Your head's chopped off a little bit, and I think this feels like it's off balance. So even like just putting yourself a little bit to the right would look much better. Let's see what else you have. So notice right now, Sally, that in your description, I'm just seeing the word welcome. That's because you hit enter. It sounds so simple, but like, again, everyone, if YouTube will show you those first words. Let me show you mine as an example so you know what I mean. So if you look at mine, like YouTube will show you like the first part of the sentence. But because you hit enter, Sally, it just says welcome. So I think we could really utilize this space to communicate what you do. So let's see, you share your intention. Okay. I think we need to clearly communicate in one simple tagline what problem you're solving and for who. Everyone, that's always the core question. Your YouTube channel must clearly communicate what problem you're solving and for who. You have really beautiful language on here, Sally, but we really want to bring it to a concise sentence. Hi, I'm Sally, and I help this type of person to solve this problem. For me, I say, I help entrepreneurs to scale using YouTube. What is it for you, Sally? I think you're mainly helping women, so I help women to do what? It needs to be really clear and specific because we want you to be the expert in something. What is Sally the expert in? I'm looking at this, and just from a brief overview, I get an idea what you're doing, forgiving yourself, toxic partner, what else? Divorce. Sally, you can be the relationship expert. I help women overcome toxic relationships and somehow communicate that they're thriving and live their best life. Or, you can say I help women to thrive after divorce or throughout toxic relationships. You could even niche down on that. Maybe you can help women who are already divorced. There's some people who are like, when it comes to relationships, I've noticed that there's some people who only focus on certain like people. So maybe, Sally, for example, like you don't work with women who are already in the divorce. Or no, I'm sorry, they're already in the marriage, but they're thinking about divorce. Maybe you only work with women who've already gotten divorced because the advice you're teaching would be different for them all. I hope that makes sense. I wish you were here now so that we can talk back and forth. That's right. So let's see what else we've got here. Let's see. You have different links here. Linktree, PayPal, Instagram, Cash App, Venmo. And then we have your Calendly. So I see that you have a lot of like donations, which is good. That's not a bad thing. I actually used to have like a Patreon. I used to have a Patreon, but now I have a donation page. I had a couple people like say like, hey, like just wanted to donate to you. I'm not going to dig it up right now, but it's like one link that they could use, and there's like different payment options. So maybe that's something that you can think about as well, because when I see this, honestly, Sally, like when people have like their PayPal and their Venmo, then it's like, I don't fully see it as a business. It's like, oh, they're taking donations. But if you really want to be like a business, maybe you can like, you know what you can do? Like, I know on Kajabi, they have something where like, you can like, there's like a little like slide bar, and you can actually like, people can choose what they pay. So maybe you can offer like a free resource, and the free resource can come with like the option to give you a donation instead. I just think that's a little bit more like like a nice exchange. Like you give them a free resource and like they have the option to give you a donation. If you want to help with like the technical logistical aspects of how to set that up, a page like that, let me know. But like, I know Kajabi has something like that, but that's like a little thing to mention. But let's look at your Linktree. So welcome. I feel like no one would click on that. Welcome. I wouldn't recommend this button. Welcome, name, email address. Why would I give you my name and my email address? What are you going to send me? It would be different if it was like, free ebook. Put your name and your email address in to access it. But it's so, Sally, a good question for you is, what extra value can you give? It's good that you have these links in here, but what else can you give? Like, do you have any free resources? What is this? Okay, so you have a free Facebook group. That's a good free offer, is like free community. I would put on here that this is a free community because it's not obvious that Exposed Imperfect Elevation Walking Through the Wilderness is like a community. Some people can be like, what is that? Is that a book? Is that like a blog? So I would like really be crystal clear on what that is. Let's support the mission. What mission? I see. You have your PayPal link. Feel free to donate what feels right to you in spirit. Venmo. Again, there's nothing wrong with taking donations, but it would be nice to give people stuff. So you have your free community. I see you have, is this a free 1 hour call? That doesn't work? Okay. So this doesn't work, Sally. This doesn't work. So if I didn't know you, Sally, and again, I tell you this out of love because I want you to like really grow this. My page used to be like this too. I had my Patreon in there and people could donate, but that's more so when I was treating it like a hobby. That's what it is. Like when I see people asking for donations, I see them more as like they're treating their YouTube channel like a hobby. Because if it's a business, they're going to give me more value. They're going to give me more resources. They're going to give me memberships, different coaching options. There's no way for me to access you, Sally, because I don't see any of those resources. And then also the calendar link doesn't work. Let's see, is there a contact button? Also, there's no email for me to contact you. I mentioned before that it's good to add in an email because it leads to a lot of opportunities in real life, everyone. Like I'm telling you, I've gotten like requests for collaboration and like, I even got people who asked me to make a donation, but it's good to have your email in here. So Sally, I'd recommend a business email. It doesn't need to be your personal Gmail, but like some way for people to contact you. Okay, so let's move on here. So Sally, your thumbnails look much better than they were before. I know that you recently redid them and they look really spot on. I mean, the text is easy to read. If I was like looking at a mobile phone, it would be extremely small and I could read that. So really great job with that. One thing is like, if I was subscribed to you, Sally, and these videos popped up on my feed, I would be like, who are these ladies? I don't know who these people are because I subscribe to this channel for you, Sally. And so when you're doing interviews, I'd recommend that you put like both. So here, let me show you one for mine. Let's open this in a new tab. I just want you to see an example. So like when I did mine, I put both of us. You see how we're both in there? So, because if I posted this on my feed and nobody knew who Dulce was, it's less likely that they'll click because people subscribe to my channel for me. And so it's good. I would recommend that you put both of you and be careful with it because I know you have a lot of text here. Like you don't want to overcrowd it, but kind of like how I did, I had like 4 or 5 words that explained what the video was about. So yeah, so like you do focus on good topics. Like these are things that women going through like relationship struggles are experiencing. Forgiving themselves, emotional abuse, toxic partners. What else do we have here? Welcome. This one's good for a trailer, like a traditional trailer. If this isn't already pinned, I would pin it. I don't think you have a pinned video. So if you remember, the trailer is like you standing at the front door of the house, giving a good first impression. So I would pin that if this is like your trailer. Maybe this changed over time. This is 2 years ago. So I would make that adjustment. But I have a couple more pieces of feedback for you. Pictures like this, I wouldn't cut off your head. You see how your head's cut off. You see how your chest is cut off and you're kind of floating there. I would redo that. This one here, your head is floating. You kind of look like a ghost with just the head. Also here, you're cut off at the bottom. This one, you're floating. So those are little adjustments that you can make. And I know this next one sounds obvious, and I actually see that you're doing it, but I would just commit to posting more. Maybe you can commit to once a week or like twice a week. For everyone watching, it's good to post like maximum 1 long form video a day. I see in the last 24 hours you posted 2. It's good to give like the algorithm some like breathing room, if you will, because that way like it can actually like, because if you overload the algorithm, then it's kind of like it doesn't know who to recommend your videos to. So it's better to like post 1 video at a time and give it some breathing room. So let me stop screen sharing. Okay, so I hope that makes sense for everyone. I closed my Canva thing, so let me pull that up. But if there's anyone else who wants me to do theirs, I'm going to give you a couple seconds to put it in the comments. If not, no worries. Hold on. Okay, I'll give that a second. Okay, so I just wanted to finish this off. By the way, if you are watching the replay and you want me to do yours next, just let me know for next time. There's a form down below, and again, I do plan to do these every other week from here on, and eventually I do want to do it like every week. But if you are someone who got value from this and you want to help and you want me to help you even further, then I do have my Clarity to Cash program. Again, this is well suited for you if you are newer to YouTube, you're newer to online business, and you want help setting up the foundations. So after today, I showed you some really good examples of people who have good business foundations. So we had people like, Sid, we had people like Beth as well. who are treating their channel like a business. And so if you want to get yourself to that point too, my Clarity to Cash program is a great fit for you. I'll guide you through my 5-step process where I'll help you to gain clarity, get into that flow of consistent content so that you build community around your channel and earn the cash and the contribution that you're looking for. And so this does come with instructive training videos. You can go through them at your own pace. There's a nice mobile app which you can go through, and there's worksheets in there. There's different tools. This one's optional but highly recommended. I do have my Feedback Fridays, and that comes with in-depth feedback audio recording. So every weekend, you would say, hey, Ari, this is what I worked on throughout the week. Maybe it's your script, maybe it's your YouTube video, maybe it's your banner, and I will send you back an in-depth feedback audio recording. I'm sure many of you saw today how in-depth my feedback is. I really take the time to assess things. Even for this, I had a whole list. I had a whole list of like notes because I wanted to make sure I covered certain points for everyone whose channel I was reviewing. So there's a ton of value in Feedback Friday. And then I'll give you access to my Facebook group, and that's a whole community of driven tupreneurs. So there's over like, honestly, looking at this again, there's over like $2,000 a month worth of value, but for a limited time, this will go up eventually. You can get access to the course for $97. And if you want that optional Feedback Friday, then it's $97 a month on top of that. And you can cancel that at any time, but this will really help you to get your foundations up and going. But if you are someone who already has your foundations established and you really want to get to that next level to the point where you're doing this full time, you don't need another job. This is where I got into. So many of you, I don't know if you know my story, but I built a 6-figure business around my channel. I live in the most expensive city, which is San Diego. No, my parents did not send me any money. They haven't even sent me a dime, and I don't ask for it because I don't need it. My YouTube business provides me with more than enough money. This is the program that's good for you if you want to get to that point. So it is for entrepreneurs and YouTubers who want to increase the sales of their courses, their coaching, and their memberships. Even if you need to refine and review your offers, I'll help you with that too. So I'll help you to strategize your offers. We'll make data-driven insights. And basically, I'm going to help you to double your leads with optimized funnels. So it's like today, all those web pages that we saw needed optimization. And so I will be there to guide you intimately with how to optimize it, how to clear things up. There's even the option for me to do some of that work for you. And if you need that, if you're like really busy, you're not tech savvy, then that's also an option. But overall, everyone, looking at this process, you don't need to have a big audience before you start making money. You just need to have clear web pages. And also it needs to be clear what problem you're solving and for who. And you just really need to offer your help on an extra level while being yourself, not being too hard and salesy. Otherwise, it turns people off. So come at it from the heart of service, and people will want to work with you. So this is the process I'll be walking you through in my Business Accelerator. And this is a constant process of reviewing and refining. So this is what I've done to build a 6-figure business. So I'm happy to guide all of you through that process as well. And so this program, it's not for everyone. I just want to be clear. I don't accept all applications. Even the people who want to join this, I don't accept everyone, because this is particularly for the YouTubers and the entrepreneurs who just absolutely know in their gut that they can be more in this life. They can be part of that elite 1% of high achievers, and they're just so ready to ascend to that level with unshakable conviction. So that's who this is for. This isn't for people who just want to make cash, but they really want to make impact in the world. And this is for someone who trusts in themselves to show up and to do what it takes to follow through with the work, because they know that they are the creator of their dream life, channel, and business. That's why I go by Ari the Creator. It's because you are the creator, not just of content, not just of your dream life, but of your channel and your business, and also that change that you wish to see in the world. Again, I don't work with all channels. I work with people who genuinely have a good mission that does good for people and the world. That's who I work with, because I see the ripple effect in that. And it's very powerful. So this is for those coming from a place of empowerment and enthusiasm. You're ready to fully own your personal power and abilities. You want to run a channel and a business that thrives on authenticity, and you want to operate in full alignment that you know that you have within you. So what you're going to get, and there's a link down below where you can apply for this. It's application only. I'll review your application and I'll contact you and we'll go from there. But I have 3 different levels. I recently adjusted this because some people were coming to me and the group calls weren't working for everyone. I've had some people in Bali and then also, what's that country? Dubai. And the group calls were at like, 2, 3 in the morning. And so that's why I added on the gold package, which is just private coaching. But if you're someone who wants to build a YouTube business and also like you want to eventually, especially run a membership, I would recommend either silver or diamond, because both of them come with group, but diamond comes with that extra one-on-one support. And then also the option for me to build your website for you. So that's obviously an additional investment, but there's a link down below where you can read more about this. But with both gold and diamond, I will optionally build your website for you. You get 2 to 4 private sessions a month, and then text and email support, which is super valuable because during the week, if you have a quick question, then you can just shoot me a text and I'll get back to you. So you don't have to wait to the group calls or for our one-on-one sessions before you get the support that you're looking for. Group, so that comes with diamond and silver, and that's every Monday and Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern time, 11 a.m. Pacific time. Monday is a very valuable workshop. Thursday is Q&A. And I love the people who I attract in the group. Like, I love my clients, and like, I don't just say that, but like, when I get off the calls with my clients, I'm like so like genuinely happy because they're like such good people. So if you join the group, like you're gonna feel like really connected to those people, and a lot of them collaborate with each other. I've had clients in the group who work with each other. So they have like an accountability buddy, they do interviews of each other, they like help each other with like their graphic design. It's just really nice to see. So you can read more about this, but excuse me. So you can read more about this, but the group and also the diamond and the silver, they come with extra stuff as well. So you get the playbook, weekly feedback Friday, tech assistance, and then it is a minimum of 90 days of commitment. That's because I had people who used to join my group for like a month, and basically it was a waste of their time and my time, because like that's not enough time to experience the results. And then also it's a waste of my time too, because when people come in, like I'm invested to them. I'm invested in them and their results. So I don't want to work with people who like quit after like 28 days because they thought they were going to get like a get rich quick. That's not what this is about. So this is over $8,000 worth of value a month. And that's no BS. And obviously the investment isn't that much, but this is by application only. So there is a link below where you can apply. And if you're not sure which one to pick, then don't worry. I will help you to choose the one that's best suited for you. But I want you to know that obviously this is going to come at an investment. It's not going to be like $27. This is for people, and this is for a reason. Remember we talked about that being invested in something is in service, because then you're going to show up, then you're going to get the results, you're going to take it seriously. So don't worry, I do have affordable options, but I do encourage you to apply down below. And if embarking on this journey feels daunting, but also expansive and transformative, because you know it's going to impact not just your life, but the world at large, that is a really good sign. When Tony Robbins said that his business mastery was $10,000, and by the way, this isn't $10,000, but when he told me that his was $10,000, I was a broke college senior, but it felt so transformative. And I knew that all of my biggest dreams and desires lied on the other side of that. I was like, I have to do this. And so I didn't think I can't afford this. I thought, how can I afford this? And that's when I got resourceful and I activated the creative part of my brain. Again, it won't be that much money, but me as a broke college senior, I found a way to come up with $10,000 because I was creative and resourceful. I sold my blood plasma. I was a test subject in MRI studies. And that's because I wanted it bad enough. I wanted it. And I knew that I was responsible for my life. I knew that I was the creator of my life. And that by doing this, I was going to achieve that. And I didn't it was one of those things where I told myself, even if the conference wasn't worth 10 grand, it's going to be worth the journey to get there, because it helped me just to be a better entrepreneur and to tap into my creativity. So it's one of those things where I knew it was my responsibility to show up, to do the work, to take notes, to implement. And that's why I'm here now. If I didn't do that, I would have been living still in Indiana working for minimum wage. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. And so when you invest in yourself, it's you have the opportunity to get a return, not just financially, but with your life. And it's crazy what you can create. I had this vision in my mind, me doing live streams, me running a group community, and me having a beautiful view. I keep looking up because I have a beautiful view of San Diego. And all of this came from me investing in myself and taking my YouTube business seriously. It's really like incredible. And it's so crazy because I had this vision in my brain for the longest time, and here it is. And it's kind of like, it's kind of really hitting me right now, honestly, how I went from being in my mom's house. I started my YouTube business in my college apartment. Didn't have any money. It was during COVID, crappy times. And I was scared shitless. I'm just going to tell you guys, I was scared shitless. But I was like, you know what? F it. I just said F it. I was like, I'm going to do it. People are going to give me shit. But you know what? I'm going to prove them wrong. Even family members would tell me, like, what the heck are you doing? Are you 14 years old wanting to start on YouTube? And I was like, I have this vision and I'm going to make it real. And, you can either cheer for me or you can congratulate me once I cross the finish line. So yeah, everyone, that's my rant. If you want to learn more, there is a link down below. I do share, of course, my testimonials and whatnot, because I'm not just someone who talks the talk. Yeah, this works. I mean, I've helped other people do it. So, for example, this woman signed on with me. So we're in our second week together, but a week ago, she gave me this testimonial. In her first week with me, she earned close to $3,000. Yesterday, we just surpassed 2 weeks, and she earned over $8,000. That is no BS. That is the truth. This is her testimonial. And it really comes to show the power in this. So mind you, she was someone with an established following, and she did have foundations in place. So we were able to tap into her existing email list, which she grew from YouTube. We were able to make really compelling content and really solid offers that her audience actually wanted. This guy over here, Sebastian, he had a YouTube channel, but he wasn't fully bridging the gap between viewer to buyer. Long story short, I talked to him for like an hour, and the advice I gave him took him 5 seconds to implement, and then boom, he was able to drive hundreds of extra views, but also leads for his business literally in 5 seconds. So this is the testimonial that he sent me. You have access to this, by the way. The link is down below. Kimberly, oh my gosh, this woman focuses on knitting. Who knew that knitting could be so lucrative? Everyone, this isn't one of those schemy programs where I coach YouTubers how to coach YouTubers so that they can all start a business. No, like I actually genuinely help people to follow their passions and to monetize that so that you can create the life that you want. Not everyone wants to teach business. That's fine. She teaches knitting. She yielded a 12x return on her investment with me. And this guy here, drawing, he left his corporate job. He was a fitness expert. She helped people to travel abroad. Dulce, animal psychic. First week, attracted a $3,000 client. All the spots in her workshop were sold out. YouTube leads to opportunities in real life. She was featured on a very big podcast because of her YouTube channel. It served as a portfolio for what she was doing, and her channel took off overnight. She got so many coaching applications because that's what she offers on her website and on her YouTube channel. And then also, like, she's been overbooked because of it. After like 2 months after that, she was overbooked with clients. So that's Dulce. Rasmuth, personal development. There's a lot of people today who I reviewed in the personal development niche, but him, same thing. So he was able to get a bunch of coaching applicants. There's a video down below where he talks about his experience. I love this testimonial. Rebecca got 50,000 views on one of her videos. And she also mentioned how she invested in Sunny Lenarduzzi. Sunny Lenarduzzi and I are like in a similar realm, but she's more of like, I can never spell her name, Lenarduzzi. She has like over 500,000 followers, but she was telling me in this video that my program was better than Sunny Lenarduzzi because I provide more hands-on support. I'm there to listen to you. I don't even think Sunny is present for her membership. I think that's because she was on maternity leave. Maybe that changed, but she wasn't even there for her clients for a long time. She hired other coaches, but for me, you get access to me in my support. So there's more stuff down below if you want to read other testimonials, but I just want to prove to all of you that, this isn't some schemy process. I'm here to help you. And if you do decide to apply and you decide to sign up, we're going to schedule our first session right away. If you're diamond or gold, immediately you're going to have access to the trainings, the workshop recordings. There's a members area where you can collaborate with other people. There's a forum, there's group calls, there's monthly challenges, and there's Feedback Friday. A bunch of tools at your disposal. You're going to have access to them right away, especially today because it's Friday, so Feedback Friday. You'll get access to that. So this is what we'll do. I'm going to help you to clarify your goals. We're going to pinpoint and overcome any hurdles related to mindset, tech, and strategy. And I promise you that as long as you take consistent action, you follow my recommendations, by the end of the 90 days, we're going to clarify your overall strategies. You're going to know what your paid offerings are. You're going to develop a content marketing message that attracts hot and high ticket buyers and subscribers. You're going to have systems and processes implemented that allow you to stay consistent with your YouTube content and ultimately turn your viewers on YouTube into high paying and or long-term dream clients. And then from there, we'll continue to grow and scale upon your foundations so that you can truly create an aligned life and business that you love. So that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to deliver on my promise. Your success matters to me. I'm a very multi-passionate person, and so that's why I like to do what I do, because it's like I get to fulfill all my passions. So your results matter to me. I care about you helping your clients. This isn't one of those programs you're just a number among like 50 people. No, this is an intimate group. I don't take all applicants. And that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to guide you. I'm here to meet you where you're at and to hold you to a higher standard so that you step into your full energy and power. So I'm here to give you the tools and the support and every structure and strategy that you need to hit six figures and beyond in your business. But it is up to you to do the work and to show up. I can't force you to come to the group calls. I can't force you to go through my material, but I'm here to support you along the way and to answer any questions that you have. And my best clients, they take action quickly, they move, they implement, and they don't look for reasons not to. They're not people who sit on their butts. These people take what I say and they do the thing. So, and then after the 90 days, if you want to continue, you can stay in the group for as long as you want. But there's a link down below. You can read more about my differentiators. I was able to build a six-figure business around this channel. I don't have another job. This is what I do, and I have more than enough money for the things I want and need. I don't promote get-rich-quick schemes. I provide you with proven and tested methods to help you achieve the results faster, yes, but I'm not going to give you an empty promise that, yeah, you're going to guarantee to make 20 grand. No, like it takes consistent action and pivoting. You're bound to make mistakes along the way, and I'm here to help you navigate those and to pivot so that you eventually reach success. Another thing is I see coaches who don't even like do what they're teaching. So like I see business coaches who teach. I've seen someone in the Kajabi Facebook group who teaches YouTube, but they don't even have their own YouTube channel. And so I'm not someone like that. I actually walk the walk. And also I mentioned earlier that I had a 4-year internship with TEDx where I learned from their YouTube channel and their branding and also how they earned revenue, their crowdfunding efforts. I also have mentors who are over 7-figure earners. And so I got mentored by them. That's where a lot of my teachings come from as well. Also, this is intimate coaching. I treat my clients like family. I have an ethical sales process. If something's not online for you, I'm not gonna like sell it to you. So for example, if you said, hey Ari, I want your diamond package, but you're not a good fit, I'm gonna tell you that. I'm not attached to income. I'm attached to your outcome. That's what I care about. So I'm very ethical when it comes to what I'm offering you. What else? I continuously invest in myself. So I'm always staying on top of the trends with YouTube and with business, and I'm here to communicate that with you. If there's an update on YouTube or a new trend in business, I'm going to tell you in the group calls so that you stay on top. So also, I'm a Gen Zer. I'm on the older end of Gen Z, so I do have a lot of like creative and analytical thinking skills. I am very good with tech. So if you're someone who's overwhelmed with tech, I'm here to help you with that. If any of my clients are here, they know like I help them so fast with tech. Like something that takes them like 10 minutes takes me like 2 seconds. So that's what I'm here for. I'm here to help you. So if you want, there's a link down below. You can click that link and you can apply. If you have any questions, then you can leave a comment or you can email me here. But that's pretty much all I have for all of you. I hope all of you found value in this review. I almost went at this for 3 hours. That's crazy. If you're still here, thanks for watching live. But yeah, everyone, I will see you again for the next channel review, and you can sign up for that using the link down below. Thanks everyone for watching. Bye.